On your news leader, Sydney's
The
2GB.
best time of the year is here.
Ah, this is good stuff.
What a try.
Bring it on, baby.
Now is back.
Come on.
Saturday night footy.
It's all happening on this Saturday night with a continuous call team.
The continuous call team.
Buckle up, boys. Here we go.
For so long,
Yes.
nothing now can keep us down. Yeah, we're back on track and we're on attack. Can't hold us back. No.
Mark Levy.
He's over halfway, down the touchline. He's to the 40. He takes the ball forward.
Daryl Broman.
We've just seen some magic. They're absolutely dominating. They can do nothing wrong here.
And Paul Gallen.
He's looking ominous today. He's looking threatening every time he touches the ball. He's making a half break.
The continuous call team. Thanks to Macca's, Harvey Norman, Lowe's, Bryden's Lawyers, Tui's, BP and Glencore Mining.
Ah, that was beautiful to watch.
Tonight, St George Illawarra Dragons.
Flanagan puts Sully into a hole. Ball on the outside and scoring the try is Matthew Feeney.
Versus Canterbury Bulldogs.
Burton puts a little kick in behind them. There's no one there. They're flying through. Stephen Crichton got their try.
And now, live from Netstrata Jubilee Stadium, Canberra, Mark Levy.
Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome along to our football component of the continuous call team. The two teams out there warming up, St George Illawarra and Canterbury. And the backdrop is the beautiful Botany Bay, which is bathed in sunshine. And in the foreground here, a huge crowd building, a sellout crowd here at Netstrata Jubilee Stadium for the opening round clash between these two clubs, the Dragons and the Bulldogs. Of course, last season, the Dragons finishing 11th spot on 28 points, one win outside the 8. And, of course, the Bulldogs knocked out of the elimination final by Manly. The Dragons have won only 2 of their past 6 games here at Jubilee Stadium. But they're going to have plenty to play for today with the experienced players added to their squad in recruitment with Clint Gutherson, Damien Cook, Valentine Holmes, so they're going to hold them in good stead as well. Now, team news is through. Dragons 1-17 as per the program. Dylan Egan is the 18th man. Kyle Flanagan playing his 100th game. For the Bulldogs, Sam Hughes is out. Daniel Saluka for Fetus will start in the front row. Jamin Salmon goes to lock. Kurt Mann to the bench. And Blake Taff is the 18th man. Our referee for tonight's match as well is Todd Smith, and in the bunker is Grant Atkins. And later on tonight, Matt Thompson and Josh Morris will bring you all of the action between Manly and North Queensland. That match being played at Four Pines Park at Brookvale. So stick with us throughout the night and we'll keep you across any developments in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales in relation to ex-tropical cyclone Alfred. Daryl Broman and Paul Gallen are alongside me to call all of the action in this game at 5:30, 4:30 in Queensland. And Big Man, great crowd, 2 great sides, 2 good clubs as well. And let's hope this game lives up to all expectations. I think it's the match of the round.
I don't think there's much doubt about that, Levy. There's a bit of rivalry between these two clubs. It has been for decades. It's a big occasion for both of them. Round 1, you want to start well. The Dragons had a fantastic pre-season. I think they won both their trials and looked pretty good. And the Bulldogs, on the other hand, have also looked pretty good as well. Just having a look at the Bulldogs pack, for mine, it's not that strong. I'm not sure. If I'm the Dragons, I'd take them on in the middle of the ruck here. I just think there's a chance of going through them, but time will tell. I mean, the backline's pretty solid, the Bulldogs. So's the Dragons. This will be a good game of football. You know, there's really nothing between these two sides. With the players the Dragons have bought in the off-season, they are certainly way stronger. There's a great deal of experience there, particularly in the fullback Clint Gutherson. The others are, well, Val Holmes. I mean, you know what I think about Val Holmes. I've always thought he was a superstar, and I still think he is. I think he'll do a great job for them, and we all know how good Damien Cook is. This will be a good game of football. I've tipped the Dogs, but the more I've looked at these two sides, the less confident I am.
Paul Gallen will be down on the touchline for us, but in the meantime, he's up in the box with us.
Good job, Gal.
Gal,
Thank you.
Dragons taking on the Bulldogs. We've touched on the fact that you presented Kyle Flanagan with his 100th jumper earlier in the week. Big occasion for him, big occasion for the Dragons, given the recruits that they've signed, but equally for the Bulldogs, who I think had a really good year last year, and they're only going to improve on that this year.
Yeah, well,
A lot think so. I'm not so sure. I haven't tipped them to make the 8 this year. And look, they could definitely prove me wrong. But sort of the big man, you look at this starting pack for the Bulldogs. You take William and Kikau. It's not that impressive now. I just don't know. For me, this was the hardest game of the round to pick the winner. I went the Dragons because of their forward pack and their big outside backs, and I just think there's a little bit of expectation on the Bulldogs this year. They haven't had that for a long, long time. How they deal with that remains to be seen. But I think every team's improved this year. I'm not sure if the Bulldogs have. And I think Kevin Serrato done a fantastic job with them last year. I think he squeezed the lemon with their ability and what he got out of them. The fact they made the top 8 I thought was a big, big thing for the club. But I don't know if he can get the same out of them again this year. Look, they may prove me wrong. Time will tell, but I'm tipping them not to make the 8 this year.
How important is it? I mean, a lot will be made about the experience that comes into this Dragons side, but when you've got good young players, and, there's big raps on the Couchman twins that we've heard a lot about and we've seen a little bit of as well, but, you put the likes of Gutho and Damien Cook and Val Holmes, even someone like Emre Gula, who's been here, there and everywhere, and he's played in the NRL for quite a number of years now. How important is that experience in a squad that's got some really good young players rising through the ranks as well?
I think it's really important, particularly guys like Gutho. Gutho was playing Origin a couple of years ago. He's only 30 years of age, so he's not like he's getting old. Damien Cook, 33, he's probably coming towards the back end of his career. But Valentine Holmes, he's still 29 years of age, so... Look, they've got a lot of guys with a lot of experience that are very, very good players. They've been around for a while. They know what they're doing. So I think the players they've picked up have been enormous for them. And I said it before, Shane Flanagan is the best I've seen at just being patient enough, getting the players that he wants, but not having to pay through the roof for them. Guys like Valentine Holmes, Clint Gulson, probably worth 600,000, 800,000 in the open market. He's probably paying half of that. So I think the way he does that is credit to his coaching style and what he does, and it's only going to help his team. Along with the outside backs had last year, they're a very, very big, powerful side. And you have that experience to them. I think they're going to be a decent side this year, the Dragons. They'll be a thorn in a lot of teams' side. I don't know if they can win the comp, but they'll be a thorn in a lot of teams' side throughout the year.
There's a bit of drama, Darryl.
What's happened?
Breeny's wandered over with a Great Northern in front of our commentary box, and he's done the old thumbs down. Chris O'Keefe, I think, has pulled the plug coming out here. So I think he's had to go and buy himself a beer now. He's got to find somewhere to sit.
So, hold on. Didn't you say Chris O'Keefe had a box here?
Chris O'Keefe had a box out here and invited Neil Breen to join him, but poor old Breeny's been left post.
That might have been before Chris O'Keefe left 2GB. Maybe he can't afford it now. Maybe he's ticking it up to 2GB or something, the box. So Breeny is not in a box, but he's drinking a Great Northern.
Well, I just saw Arthur Laundy. I reckon Arthur will take him under his
He'll
wing.
look after him. Arthur's
one
man.
of the greatest men in this country.
Yeah.
Breeny, go and see Arthur Laundy. He'll look after. Go and sit with the Bulldogs board members. Oh, there's Craig Laundy over there. Go and sit with the Bulldogs boys. They'll look after you.
Tell him to do a good story on him on the current affairs.
Just suck up to it a little bit.
Exactly.
That's all you need to do.
That's exactly what you need.
That's all you need to do. All right, we'll take a break. Let us know where you're tuning in, folks. 0460 873 873. You can email us via the websites as well, where you click onto the feedback icon. We were talking about those cheeseburger spring rolls earlier. Somebody just sent me a message saying they're $13 for 3 of them at Allianz Stadium. That's expensive cheeseburgers.
How big are they?
Spring rolls. Oh, about the length of 2 of your fingers.
Well, mate, I've just come out of America, USA. I'm not going to worry about $13 Australian for 3 of them. Everything over there is so expensive. Ridiculous.
Does Gal know we're on air?
Yeah, we're on air.
He's taken his headsets off and he's eating He's eating spaghetti bolognese behind me.
Gal, put your headsets on. Talk with your mouth full. Something.
What are you doing? We're still on air, you gibberer.
Getting paid for this, you know.
All right, we'll take a break, come back with more. Now he's going to put his headsets back on. We're at Cogra, head of the game between the Dragons and the Bulldogs. We'll come back and have a look at the later game that Matty and Josh will call for you, Manly in North Queensland. You're listening to the Continuous Call Team.
With 1 in 2 Sydney women experiencing street harassment in the past 12 months, it's time to make things clear. Calling out to her isn't a compliment. Invading her space isn't friendly. And staring at her isn't flattering. It's harassment. Street harassment has no grey area. To find out more, visit transport.newsouthwales.gov.au/street harassment. A message from the New South Wales Government.
Surprise Fries is back at Macca's with a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes. Want to know what's up for grabs this year? Well, 12 months worth of DoorDash, free 1-3 cabs rides for a year, gift cards from Prezi and loads more, including free food and exclusive Macca's merch. Plus, you also have the chance to go into the weekly draw to win 10 grand cash or one of Macca's surprisiest prizes ever. This week's surprise prize is a trip to Melbourne to spend a day with AFL superstar Bailey Smith, who plays for the Geelong Cats. With over $75 million worth of prizes up for grabs, what are you waiting for? Order medium or large fries to play today. It's the Surprise Fries, and it's back at Macca's with a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
Optus mobile plans are now available at select Officeworks stores. Sign up to a $99 SIM-only Optus plan for 24 months and get a $1,000 Officeworks gift card. Cancellation fees and T's and C's apply. Head in store today.
League hits different. Just like the PointsBet app. Now with the NRL Bet Tracker to follow every try. A huge range of new markets. Each player's last 5 stats, plus video previews from NRL experts. This is betting made for true league fans. PointsBet. Built different.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
You're listening to the Continuous Call Team. Proudly brought to you by Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
I know we've said this in the past. This is one of the most picturesque grounds in the competition with Botany Bay in the distance, fellas. And we say the same about Wollongong with the windsock and everything else. But this would be heaven, standing on the hill, having a nice cold twoies, one of our sponsors, and cheering on your teams.
Well, I haven't done it for a long time, but I agree with you. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And you know, if you come with a few mates or girlfriends or whatever you want to do, it's always good. I don't know if I'd be happy standing. I'm a bit old for standing.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm a
I'd want a
sit-down
seat.
guy.
Yeah, I'd want a seat. But I tell you what, there's a lot of dog fans over there.
A lot of dogs?
A lot of dogs. Like, I mean, that's normally 100% Dragons. There's a lot of Dogs fans in and amongst them.
Yeah. They do sneak up on you, the Dogs fans. They're good like
But
that.
see, I like how there's all the chairs and sort of on the fence.
Yeah.
Everyone's brushed them. They're all standing up on the hill. That's what footy's all about.
Big Doggies contingent over that side too.
Yeah, exactly. Boys, what about the late game? Matt and Josh will call Manly and North Queensland. They've turned it into a fortress, haven't they, the Sea Eagles?
They've done a great job,
They've
haven't
been
they?
so strong. Another sellout crowd over there on the northern beaches tonight. Who are you tipping in that one?
I'm going Manly.
Yeah,
What about you,
Manly.
big man?
I think Manly.
I don't know about the Cowboys. I think there's a lot of pressure on the coaches here for the Cowboys if they don't go any good. Like, they had a really good year a couple of years ago. They thought it was just going to happen. Obviously, didn't happen for them. So a little bit of pressure up there at the moment. They got a good enough roster to make the top 8. They got a pretty good roster up there. But
Tony Mestrov's done a great job there at Manly.
Yeah, Manly. Yeah.
He's done a fantastic job there because ever since he's been in charge, they've been on the up and up. I think this year they will make the 8.
Yeah, I think I've picked them in my 8. I think they do too.
But you know what? At the end of the day, let's call a spade a spade.
Turbo.
If Turbo goes down, they're going to struggle.
Yeah, well, you'd like to think they've learned a little bit the past couple of years. He hasn't played a lot of footy the last couple of years, so maybe they can deal without him a little bit. But, yeah, I do agree. If he does go down, they're in trouble.
But the other one, the other player that has just come on the scene the last couple of years is Lehigh Hopewati?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a good player he is. I've watched him closely the last 12 months. He doesn't make mistakes, and he's a try scorer. He's a really, really good player.
They've just re-signed him too, which is not
why wouldn't
surprising.
they?
It's been phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Just before we get your tips, boys, as well, and have a closer look at these games, I've had a message from Aaron Stevens from 4RO. Levy, we're back taking the continuous call team for the first time in a couple of years. Any chance of a plug before the game? Well, Daryl and Gow, we need to welcome our listeners up in Rockhampton, 4RO.
Well, my father was a bit of a legend up there.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he may have coached up at Rocky, but it might have been Gladstone now that I think about it. Let's move on. But, good on you, 4RO. It's a great station.
Yeah, good to have you listening, guys. I know how much you love me up there.
You know who they get? John Stanley. They get John
Here
Stanley.
he is.
Johnny!
How good does he look, John Stanley?
Mate, look what you've spilled all stuff down the
He was
front of your
bagging the jumper. He said it's boring.
Yeah, no.
complaining. Well, put the headset.
Mate, he also backtracked very quickly, and he was
Hang on.
Turn him on. Hold on.
It's on. It's on.
How long have you been doing this?
Turned it on.
I've been surrounded by people out there. They're getting into me over your bagging of the jumper. What have you done?
It is pretty boring.
It's not boring. It's the best jumper in the NRL.
Look,
You're doubling down now.
Look, I've made some silly comments over the years, and it's probably
That's one of the dumbest.
Yeah, I know.
All right. You tipping us?
Yes, I did tip the Dragons today.
So did I.
I just had a chat in the chairman's room with Grace Stewart, who's Hamish Stewart's sister. She's in the hockey rouge. She's gone to the Olympics 3 times. The whole family's here, yeah, and they're all excited. You imagine Mum and her older sister watching this kid running into the teeth of the Bulldogs pack.
Hang on, didn't you host the corporate function next door?
Oh, yeah, and I've changed into this.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, mate, you've got stuff all over you.
Is that a used jersey? Did you buy that?
Used by somebody else.
I'm going to go and buy a new one. And the last time I came in here, I left my jacket in here.
Oh, yes.
At a football stadium, and you didn't even take it. You didn't take it home for me,
forgot.
did you?
Sorry.
All right.
Levy's not solid, mate.
He's terrible.
How many are you going to win by?
One will do.
One will do.
Yep, one.
Who's your man of the match?
Man of the match today? Cole Flanagan.
Do you get nervous before
Cole
these games?
Flanagan.
Mate, he loves his Dragons, this bloke.
Oh,
John
no,
John Stanley, ladies and gentlemen, on at night, of course, on
Cole
50p.
Flanagan. There you go.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Take it easy, mate.
No,
Deep
I
breath.
think Gutho's going to have a huge game.
Gutho?
Yep.
All right. Good luck,
Damien
John.
Cook.
Good luck.
Luch.
Where are you
I've
watching
been
the
listening
game?
to your show too. You're getting better and better.
Thank you, mate.
It's better and
He's
better.
only been doing it for 40 years.
Yeah.
Where are you
Better
watching the
than
game?
Oh, just down here in front of you. Just
Can
there.
you go and find Breeny's? Chris O'Keefe's left him posted. O'Keefe was
He needs
supposed
to
to
see-
come out here and he needs someone to sit
You can
with.
sit with me for a second, yeah. If you
Is that why? Second.
I've got young Will Bottom on the way, but he's running late.
Where's Bodo?
Somewhere.
Hang on, the traffic man stuck in traffic.
Exactly.
See you, Johnny. Good luck to your Dragons, mate. Good to see you out here at Cogra. He loves the red V.
He does.
When I bagged the jumper earlier, I thought of John. I thought, he's going to be
Mate,
very cranky.
In the old days, Chris O'Keefe loved them as well, didn't he? But he obviously dropped off them.
No, Dragons.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Dragons, weren't we?
Yeah. He loves the Dragons.
That's what I'm saying. He loves it, but he's dropped off. He hasn't turned up today.
I think he's got babysitting duties from what...
This. Mate, how dare Vonnie put it... Is she working today?
She's working.
Get a babysitter in. This is a big day.
Yeah, well, he's got...
When the girls' kids would babysit for
They
nothing.
would, it's a long way for me to drive them. They would. By the time I tax them for taking them there, they wouldn't get much.
Where's your sign, by the way, here?
No. Don't make me do it, please. Just can I think about these two crowds?
Here's your sign here.
Think
Put it
about
on the back of the seat.
I'm Paul Gallen and I hate the Dragons.
Oh,
There you
I
go.
can't do it.
Just
Why
stick
not?
it on the back of your seat.
Can you-
Come on, you attacked me earlier for not having any you-know-what's.
Yeah, you did.
But I didn't say. I did say I hate
Stick
them.
it on the seat. Righto, let's look in your tips. Macca's, proudly brought to you by Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes. So I'll get a tip off you and I'll get a player who will deliver for Macca's as well. Daryl?
I'm tipping the Bulldogs, and I think the player who will deliver will be Reid Marnie. I like his aggressiveness around the rucks. I think he'll deliver, and I think he'll have a big game today.
What about you, Gal?
I'm going the Dragons and I'm going Gutho.
All right. Thank you, boys.
See you down there, boys.
I'll
I'm on
let
the
you
sideline.
get
Have a
down
good
to the
call.
sideline. We've got a stack of messages coming through. Corky's tuning in from Perth. Up St George, Gal Ever the professional might arrive on time for work but leaves early from Chris at Redcliffe. No, he's here. He's here doing the footy with us. Great to have you back, boys, from Greg at Bateman's Bay up Cronulla. Manly can make the top 4 or bottom 4 from Dan. Talk about hedging your bets there, Big Dan. And continuous call team listening on the app. In a slight breeze, been in Queensland for 40 years. Love the continuous call team. Good on you. Thank you very much for that. 0460 873 873 if you'd like to get in touch. We've got a full house, well, soon to be full house here at Cogra for what should be a beauty between the Dragons and the Bulldogs. It'll all play out in front of us right after this.
When does a house become a home? It happens slowly, changing over time.
No, bad dog.
Then one day, it's filled with memories you value.
Thomas!
At St George, we'll help you bring home some real value. Our home loan package comes with an exclusive discounted interest rate, no establishment monthly or annual credit card fees, plus rewards and benefits. The St George Home Loan Package. Value lives here. T's and C's eligibility and credit criteria, fees, charges and $395 annual package fee apply.
Well, we love the team at Macca's, and it's great to have them on board in 2025. And have you tried the surprise fries? Because they're back with a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes. Want to know what's up for grabs this year? 12 months worth of DoorDash, free cabs rides for a year, gift cards from Prezi, and loads more, including free food and exclusive Macca's merch. Plus, you also have the chance to go into the draw, a weekly draw, to win 10 grand cash or one of Macca's surprisiest prizes ever. This week's surprise prize is a trip to Melbourne to spend a day with AFL superstar Bailey Smith for the Geelong Cats. With over $75 million worth of prizes up for grabs, what are you waiting for? Order medium or large fries to play today. The surprise fries, they're back at Macca's.
At Bunnings, we make it easy to bring your kitchen together. We've got the range of modular cabinets that are ready to go, straight off the shelf. Come in store and chat with a kitchen expert. You can choose the colours and profiles you like, and we'll help you bring it all together with a kitchen from Bunnings.
Bunnings Warehouse. Go Harvey Norman for hot deals store-wide. Save a super 40% off Samsung 8K TVs. That's right, 40% off Samsung 8K TVs in store and online while stocks last. Save on big brand computers with up to 20% off Acer and Lenovo laptops, desktops and all-in-ones. And save on Australian-made bedding with big brand mattress floor stock price to clear. Plus, get bonus standard local delivery on selected mattresses over $999. Go Harvey Norman. Best brands, best range, best prices guaranteed. Conditions and exclusions apply.
You're listening to the Continuous Call Team on 2GB. Thanks to Macca's, Harvey Norman, Lowe's, Brighton's Lawyers, Tui's, BP and Glencore Mining.
Well, all is in readiness here at Cogra. All we need is the two teams to make their way out onto the centre of the park for kick-off. And having a look around the ground, there's a few seats left at the northern end of the ground, but the hill's full and they're unfurling a big St George Illawarra jumper, a big red V and Dragons Army jumper. How good's that look, Darryl, over on that far side? Fantastic.
Yeah, looks great, doesn't it? And they are still filing in here, Levy. I mean, if you look up to the left or to the city side from where we sit, there's actually quite a number of seats available up there in that little stand they've got up there. But as you said, the hill is filling up quickly. And I just said to you, like, you can see them just streaming in here from the Leagues Club entrance down there, and this is going to be, well, it is going to be a great game. And what a way to, start the season for these two clubs. They are great rivals, and on paper there's really very little between these two. Hopefully the game will pan out that way.
Say something about Kyle Flanagan. You've known him a lot longer than most.
I have. And I saw his father say something about him the other day. We all know he's not the most talented player in the game, but I'll tell you what, he's quite wholehearted. His defence is outstanding, and he now is having a run himself, and I saw him score a try during the trials. It was a really nice try. He was great last year for them. His defence is good. His passing game is good, and he's a good organiser, and he's not going to let you down. He's not going to, and you know what you're going to get from him.
Well, here come the Bulldogs. They're about to be led out by Stephen Crichton. So let's run you through the side as they make their way out to the boos of the crowd. Connor Tracy's the fullback. The wingers, Blake Wilson and Marcelo Montoya, the centres. Bronson Cherry and Stephen Crichton. The halves, Matt Burton and Toby Sexton. Second rowers, Viliami Kickow and Jacob Preston. Jamin Salmon will lock the scrum. And the front row of Max King and Daniel Saluka for feeder. The hooker, Reed Marnie. And the bench of Kurt Mann, Bailey Hayward, Satili Tupanua and Harry Hayes. The coach is Cameron Serraldo. And all the Dragons fans in front of us rise as one, which means they're not too far away. The fullback, Clint Gutherson. King Gutho makes his way to the Dragons. The wingers, Matt Fine and Christian Tui Pilotu, Moses Sully and Val Holmes in the centres. The halves, Kyle Flanagan and Lachlan Ilias. Second rowers, Luciano Leilua and Jayden Seward. Jack DeBellin locking the scrum in the front row of Toby Couchman, Emre Gula. Damien Cook is the hooker, and the bench of Jacob Little, Ryan Couchman, Raymond Faitala Mariner and Hamish Stewart. So they're about to come out. The two captains, Clint Gutherson and Damien Cook, will let the crowd tell the story. Here they come. Out on the Cogra, and Damien Cook shakes hands with another Dragons legend. Your man Coyne's down there.
The great man Coyne, he's jumped back on board. Now Flano's in charge here. He dropped him for like a dirty sock the other last couple of years. But Coyne's back. He's a Dragon for life.
Todd Smith's our referee. Our scoreboard today, BP and the Tui's clock. Great to have our sponsors on deck. It'll be the Bulldogs to get us underway through the boot of Matt Burton, that big boot. And the Dragons defending the northern end of Netstrata Jubilee Stadium here at Cogra. And thankfully some blue skies in Sydney. It started off a wet old day and then developed into an overcast day, and we've got some blue skies and sunshine at the moment. Here we go. There's the referee's whistle and play is underway. The 5:30 game on Saturday, and the ball is sent deep to the northern end of the ground, and it'll be the Dragons to bring it forward through Emre Gula, and he crashes into 3 Bulldogs defenders and they push him back. He's lost the ball.
Oh, no.
He's lost the ball. Well, this is the worst possible start for the Dragons, and look at the Bulldogs. They all run in and force the error. It was big Daniel Saluka for feeder, and they are pumped to start this game on a Saturday night.
Well, they couldn't have started any better here. Gula had the ball. He took him on. There was a wall of them there, but as he hit the ground, the ball sort of rolled out of his grasp, and it was Daniel Saluka for feeder, who was the man first up there. Had a posse of them backing him up, but it was him who made the tackle, and that's a big play here. Oh, mate, they couldn't score here, could they, the Dogs?
Well, they're going to have the scrum feed about 13 away from the Dragons line, right in the centre of the park. Here they come, the Bulldogs. In it goes, out it comes. Marnie sends it away to the right through Crichton. He runs into 2, 3, 4 defenders, and they're going to get him to the ground. I'll drag him to the ground 4 metres away from the goal line. 5 in from the eastern touchline. He'll get to his feet and play the ball back. Wilson dummy half. Sends it away to Sexton, away to Big Saluka for feeder, who forced the error. He runs into Gula. DeBellin's in there. Over the top is Couchman. 10 away from the goal line. Right of centre field. It goes away to Salmon. He sends the pass away to Sexton. Back on the inside to Big Viliami kick out. He's dragged to the ground and he's lost the ball. And equally, the Dragons get in there all over the top of one another and say, you little beauty, whatever you can do, we can do better.
Yeah, and I think it was Damien Cook who made the tackle on Big Fafita, who was just flying the kick out, I should say, sorry. He got the ball, he cut back on the inside. Damien Cook got him one-on-one, which is quite an effort. And he got up there, kick out, just a grin on his face. He said, yeah, no, I made a blue there. They've sort of equalised the situation there, the Dragons, so they'll be delighted with that because that was looking awfully bad for them there.
Bit of a shaky start from both these sides. Paul Gallen, he's down on the touchline.
Yeah, guys, I'm down here. What about the atmosphere? It's unbelievable down here. And I can tell you now, this ground, I think I've seen many grounds in better condition. It's unbelievable. There is a fairly heavy breeze behind the Dragons, if not coming across the ground. So, if anything, favouring the Dragons in the first half.
Put the sign on the chair, please. Here's Big Sewer. Oh, good barnstorming run up towards the 30. Quick play, the ball out of dummy half. Cook, ball's gone to ground. Into the hands of Gula. He's taken in the tackle. He'll play the ball 32 metres away from the goal line. Gutherson, dummy half, sends it away to Couchman. He runs into the tackle of Salmon. Over the top is King Preston in there to help get him to the ground. 12 shy of the halfway line. They'll play the ball back. Cook, dummy half, sends it away to Lachlan Ilias. Drops it onto the right boot, punches it downfield. Down the throat of the fullback, Tracy. He picks up some speed. He's going to run back towards the centre of the park. Evaded 2 of the tacklers. They eventually grab him, put him to the ground, and he'll play it 12 shy of the halfway line. 20 in from the western touchline. Ball goes away to Marcelo Montoya. There's a good run. Up towards halfway. He'll play it 5 shy of that halfway line. Sexton acting half, sends it away on the outside to Wilson. He runs into the tackle of DeBellin. Over the top is Damien Cook and Luciano Leilua. They keep working the short side. This time through Saluka for Fafita. He's been panched. They bring him to the ground. 32 away from the Dragons line. 0 the score for BP. It goes away to Salmon. Salmon into the hit line. And he's brought to the ground on tackle 5. 25 metres away from the Dragons line. Bulldogs have the ball. It goes away to Burton. He puts it onto the left boot. It goes up high into the air. Flying through his Fine. Leapt up into the air. Took it beautifully. And he surrenders in the tackle. 10 metres away from his own goal line. Darryl, 15 in from the western touchline.
He did a great job then, Matt Fine. The ball was in the air. He had to jump in the air to get it. And he jumped high and he took it easily. There was a couple of Bulldogs players streaming in on him, but he just took it so easily. That's a great play from him.
0 the score. 4 minutes gone first half for Tuies and BP as Cook sends the ball away to Emre Gula, and he charges forward up towards the 30 where he's enveloped by 3 players and they put him to the ground. He'll play the ball 28 metres away from his own goal line. Here's Jack DeBellin straight and hard, the only way he knows, and he's put to the ground 15 shy of the halfway line, just right of centre field. Tackle 5 goes away to Ilias. He kicks it down downfield. Underneath it this time is Connor Tracy. Takes it nicely. 18 away from his own goal line. Runs it up over the 30 where he's met by the Dragons. In there was Jayden Sewer, and over the top, of course, was Moses Sully. Nil all the scores from George, Illawarra and Canterbury. The Bulldogs have the ball this time through Marcelo Montoya. It goes away on the outside to Cherry. Working it up towards halfway. 3 defenders in there to effect the tackle. He'll play the ball back. Burton acting half. Sends it away to King. King's going to run into Luciano Leilua. DeBellin and Couchman help get him to the ground. 8 into opposition territory. Nil all the score for BP. And we've had 5 minutes of play on the Tooheys clock. Oh, I feel like a Tooheys or two today. Ball is played by the Bulldogs. Goes away on the outside to Burton. Here's a high kick from Burton up into the air. It'll bring rain. Leaping up into the air. Marcelo Montoya. He got it away. Marnie back to Burton. Burton puts a little kick over the top. Down the throat of Clint Gutherson. Takes it 5 away from his own goal line. And he'll eventually play it 15 away from the goal line. 5 in from the east and western touchline.
I thought that was a pretty average set there from the Bulldogs, and it was an average finish. Burton put a bomb up originally. They tapped it back. Then a ball went back to Burton. None of them seemed to know what to do. Then he put another chip kick in. I wouldn't say it was a bomb. And the fullback, Gutherson, just swallowed it. So, and there's a penalty, so they compound the problem with giving away a penalty there. They're fired up here, the Dragons. They're running in and patting each other on the back, and that's coming from Gutherson. It's just infectious what he does.
Geez, the crowd in front of us are getting into it as well. Round 1, they've missed their footy, Darryl. That's why. Let's go back down to the touchline. Paul Gallen's there. He's there for McDonald's.
There's been a clear emphasis from both sides in the offseason, I reckon, about defence. They are hammering each other down here. Both teams not making too many metres at all. Big penalty for the Dragons. They finally get some field position.
Paul Gallen down on the touchline. Mark Levy and Darryl Broman broadcasting the match from the Western Grandstand as Ilias sends it away to Gula. He runs into the hit line and he's pushed back by some driving defence here from the Bulldogs. Good defence. They push him back to halfway. He'll get to his feet and play the ball back. 20 in from the Western touchline. Into dummy half goes Cook. Sends it away to the left through to Bellin. Now to Flanagan. Game number 100. Player taken off the ball. It was Stephen Crichton in back play there. The referee had a look at him, said it was okay. Ball is played. 20 in from the Eastern touchline. Goes away to Luciano Leilua. He beat one of the tacklers, dragged to the ground by Stephen Crichton. Here they come, the Dragons. Ball is played. They get it away on the outside. It's with Flanagan calling them underneath him. He gives it away to Ilias. He puts a kick through. They're flying through here. Connor Tracy's back there, but it has too much weight. Goes over the dead ball line, and they'll take it out to the 20-metre line for a restart. The Bulldogs just a little bit too heavy in the end from the Dragons. On the BP scoreboard, still 0-all. 7 minutes gone first half on the Tooheys clock.
Yeah, it was, but geez, he did a great job of it. You know what I think of Connor Tracy? Almost the buy of the year last year, and on that occasion, once again, he read it beautifully. He just felt that the ball was going to go dead in goal, and it did. It went over the dead ball line. It probably had about 2 metres up his sleeve there, but he just willed it over and it went over. So great play from Tracy.
Here's Saluka Fafita put to the ground right of centre field, 10 shy of the halfway line. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Big Max King. He brings it up towards halfway before he's put to the ground by Emre Gula and Jack DeBellin. Marnie sends it away to the left through the hands of Salmon. Now on to Burton. Burton runs into the tackle. Over the top there is Jayden Sewer. Ilias is in there to try and get him to the ground, and he'll play it 15 in from the Western touchline, 10 into opposition territory. Here's your man Tracy. Connor going for a run. He's put down in the tackle. His dad's my mortgage broker. I forgot to reply to his email. I've just had a flashback. I've got to do that when I get home. Here's Matt Burton dropping it onto his left boot. Puts it up into the air. A testing kick for Clint Gutherson before he's taken in the tackle. Over the top there by Marcelo Montoya, and he'll play it 5 away from his own goal line. Another penalty.
Well, geez, they're hurting themselves with this stuff. They've had all the field position here. The Dogs, the Dragons have really struggled to get into the Dogs' territory at all, but that's going to change pretty quickly if they keep giving away penalties.
So Ilias will punch the ball over the Western touchline, and they'll take the tap this time through Sully on the tram line, on the 30-metre line at his end of the field, and he'll take the hit up. He came off second best there, Bronson Cherry. Big boy on big boy, and Cherry came off second best, 10 shy halfway. Ball goes away to Ilias, turns it on the inside to Couchman, hitting and spinning, got the offload away to DeBellin. Now to Gula, ball goes to ground, picked up there by Luciano Leilua, and he's taken in the tackle, 20 in from the Eastern touchline, and 10 shy of the halfway line. 0-all the score, 9 minutes gone first half for BP and Tooheys as the Dragons work it up towards halfway. That's tackle 3 by my count. They'll play the ball back. It comes away now. They work the short short side. Flanagan onto Luciano Leilua. Cut out pass on the outside to Tui Pilotu. Working it down that eastern touchline. He's grabbed by 3 defenders and they bring him to the ground. 25 metres away. 5 in from the eastern touchline. Dummy half. They send it away through Flanagan. On now to DeBellin. He gets it away to Ilias. Short ball away. Couldn't handle. It's been knocked on by the Dragons on tackle 4. So it'll be a scrum feed. 20 away from the Bulldogs line. 0-0 the score. We do that for BP and Tui's new.
Yeah, they were looking promising there for a second, but the ball from Lockie Ilias wasn't on at all. He's tried to hit a bloke on the outside here. I think it was a big... the back row, but as soon as he threw the ball to him, Bronson Cherry was in his face. It's a wonder Bronson Cherry didn't try and intercept the ball, because it was just given to him, like emailed to him. He could have just gone bang, intercepted and taken off. It was a poor ball from Ilias.
We've seen a couple of mistakes early in this game, haven't we?
There's a few nerves here. Well, obviously there's nerves here, and the execution hasn't been great from both sides. It's probably the first time the Dragons have got in the Bulldogs' territory.
Well, they're both completing 71%, 75% the Dragons, Bulldog respectively. And they'll play it here, the Dogs, 22 away from their own line as Saluka Fafita runs into the hit line, put down by Gula over the top to Bell, and Cook was in there to effect the tackle as well. They'll play the ball back. They send it away to the right, going for a run. Preston this time. Runs into Luciano Leilua and Kyle Flanagan. They keep working the short side. Goes away to Connor Tracy. Oh! There's a big hit from Jack DeBell, and he went bang on Connor Tracy. Oh, we'll feel that one tomorrow. Max King, he brings it up over halfway. Geez, they're the days. You're glad you're not playing anymore, Big D.
That was a biz cover moment if I've ever seen. He picked him up, and there's nothing illegal in it, and absolutely nailed him.
Matt Burton's put a kick up into the air, taken okay by Fine, but he's put his boot into the air, nearly collected one of the Bulldogs. Referee said it was okay. Here's Sully now. It all happened in front of Paul Gallen. He's down on the touchline.
What about that shot? That was a biz cover. Big tackle. That was unbelievable. But I feel like the Dragons are a little bit guilty of not building a game. The Dogs are happy to get in their set, kick long. The Dragons have been down there in twice. 7 tackle set once, made an error the next time. He's got to build a game, the Dragons.
We certainly do. 0-0 the score. That's on the BP scoreboard. Dragons and Bulldogs here at Cogra. They've lost the ball here. Yeah. This time through Tui Pilotu.
Yeah, he's trying to get up and play the ball. He's blamed, like everyone does when they make a mistake. He blamed the opposition, but this was just him trying to get up. He just lost complete control of it. I don't know what he thinks he's blaming the Bulldogs for. There wasn't a Bulldog within cooey of him when he did it. So that's just a bad mistake. Both sides guilty of making errors here. That's why a game will break out here eventually, but it hasn't at the moment.
12 minutes gone first half, still 0-0, and still to come Manly and North Queensland with Matt and Josh. There's a penalty. The scrum clock's gone off, and we saw one last night. We've seen another one again here.
Levy, I know you're a fashionista. What do you think of Max King's haircut? It's like the bowl cut. It's back in. It looks like he's coming out of the Munsters or something like that.
Well, mate, given I paid $35 for my haircut and I've hardly got any, I can't really comment on haircuts.
Well, please do. It's part of your job.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's like a bowl cut.
I think he's married these days, so he probably doesn't care.
Yeah, good point.
It's the ball through Preston.
Let himself go a bit.
It's 10 in from touch. 28 away from the Dragons line. The ball comes away to Saluka Fafita. He runs into Couchman, DeBellin and Gula. He gets to within 20 metres of the Dragons line. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do with it. They're inside the red zone now. It's with Salmon. He sends it out the back to Sexton. Turns it on the inside to Viliami kick out before he's monstered in the tackle by Emre Gula and Cook. He'll play the ball back 15 metres away from the goal line through the hands of Salmon, looking for runners. Fafita was there. He held onto the pass and he takes the tackle himself, and he's brought to the ground 10 away from the Dragons line. Ball will be played back now. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Sexton. Back on the inside to your man King. The bowl cut and all. He'll play it 5 away from the goal line. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Sexton. Now on to Burton, out the back to Viliami kick out. Marcelo Montoya. And Marcelo Montoya hitting and spinning. It had to come. The Bulldogs faithful go up as one, and they draw first blood. 4-0 kick to come on the BP scoreboard, and we've had 13 minutes of play in the first half.
Yeah, and the Harvey Norman replay just shows that Marcelo Montoya, he's already had a stint at the Bulldogs. He got on the back of a good backline move. Great pass from Viliami kick out. Just as soon as the ball hit his fingers, he offloaded it to Montoya. He had a one-on-one here with the fullback who had a chance of getting him here, Gutherson, but he just stepped inside Gutho. It was always going to be difficult for Gutho, but I think he'd be disappointed with his effort there. Went Sexton on the outside to the 5'8", who gave the ball, second man ball to this kick out. As soon as he got it, he just offloaded it. He'd be disappointed in that, Gutho. We had a chance to get him up high there, but Montoya, in his second stint at the Dog, crashes over. Well, out wide. It's a very gettable kick here for Burton, but it's a nice hit start for the Bulldogs here now.
He's got some strapping on his arm, Marcelo Montoya. Goes from the shoulder all the way down to the wrist.
50 career tries now for Marcelo Montoya, which is a great return. He played 54 games from 2017 to 20, then 82 at the Warriors. So he's back, and he scored a try.
Mate, I'm impressed. You've done some homework for today.
No, just got stuff off Andrew.
Okay. Theatre of the mind.
Thank you.
Here's Burton lining up this kick. He's about 18 from the western touchline, so we've got a really good view of this. 23 metres away from the Dragons' line. He hunches over, takes a couple of steps back. He's about to move in. Left boot to it, heading towards the upright, and it's waved away. No goal, 4-0. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 15 minutes gone on the BP scoreboard and the Tooheys clock, and you're listening to the continuous call time.
Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
Let's get down to the touchline. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, what a tip on from Villiamy Kickout for such a big man. He's got great skills, and Figai, the winger, was just a little bit too late. If you're going to jam in, you've got to make contact as they're catching the ball. At the very least, knock the ball down, but he was probably half a metre too late. A terrific tip on from Kickout. The Dogs get the first try. I agree with the big man. Gutho won't be that happy with that tackle. Could have probably held him up a little bit, waited for some help, but good try there to the Doggies.
So Gutherson restarts play into the hands of the try scorer Marcelo Montoya, who gives it away to King, and he runs into the tackle. Over the top there is Jaden Sewer. They get him to the ground. 11 away from their own goal line, 12 in from the western touchline. Marcelo Montoya's lost the ball this time. He's lost the ball in a solid tackle from the Dragons, so all of a sudden, Darryl, the Red V get their opportunity to have a crack at some points.
Just opens it up again, doesn't it? Both sides haven't really settled into this game. Neither of them. Well, both sides having trouble completing a set. And the game has basically been played between the 230-metre zones here at the moment. I know the Bulldogs did get some first blood there before, but that was really through a beautiful backline movement. Other than that, it's been a pretty average, I've got to say, a pretty average start from both sides.
Yeah, it lacks the quality we saw, especially in that late game last night that we called. It was a really great contest. No errors really either. Here's a good run from Moses Sully. Taken in the tackle. He'll play the ball 11 metres away from the Bulldogs line. What can they do here, the Dragons? Ilias gives it away to Flanagan. On to Gutherson, away on the outside. Scoring the try. Tui Palatu. Well, he came up with a mistake at the other end of the field. He's repaid his teammates off a bit of a backline play, and the Dragons hit straight back 4-all. Dragons, Canterbury, kick to come St George Illawarra. 17 gone first half for BP and Tooheys.
Well, Levy, it's almost the replay for Harvey Norman is almost a similar try to what the Bulldogs did before. It was basically a backline movement. They created an overlap, and then the winger, Tui Palatu, was just had too much momentum up. They dragged a couple of the defenders in. The winger came in on the other side. Blake Wilson just misread it a little bit. He just came in, got sucked inside, and he came in, and it was a great pass from Val Holmes on the outside. Geez, I'll tell you what, I want to have a look at this. I'm not sure if he's fumbled this as he's put it down here. I don't know if they've confirmed it yet. He's
lost it.
He's lost that ball. It's come off the knee of Crichton. This will be no try.
He's lost the
Surely.
ball. Paul Gallen's had a look at it on the big screen, Gow.
They've got one job. Score the try, honestly. That was all too easy for the Dragons. They got the overlap quite simply then, but unfortunately, he has dropped the ball over the try line. I think it's the opposition there. I'm not sure who it was, but the knee has knocked the ball out. I'm not sure they may look at a possible penalty because the knee's involved, but I just think Stephen Crichton it is.
Yeah, he's just need the ball out before he's put it down.
Stephen Crichton makes dangerous contact.
Dangerous contact, there you go. I was thinking that.
The ball. In our opinion, without the foul play, a try would have been scored.
So it's a penalty try.
Penalty try it'll be. So the referee will run over underneath the stick. So instead of a conversion attempt out wide, they're going to have a kick at goal right in front. Here comes the decision. It comes through. It's a try. Penalty try given. Bit of controversy.
Now, mounting off too, Tui Palatu.
Well, there's people in front of us. Saying, you've got to give him 10, but you've got to have one or the other. You can't put him in the bin. Let's have a listen.
Obviously, if he didn't ground the ball, there will be
because of your dangerous actions with the knee coming in is what caused that. That's why it's a penalty try. You're on report as well, okay?
You know what? I absolutely disagree with that. I mean, he's come in, he hasn't tried to knee him in the head or knee the ball out. He's just tried to slide as the blokes come down lower to the ground, and he slid into him, and it's knocked the ball out. I don't think that may be a penalty try, but I don't think that's dangerous, in my opinion.
It's a penalty try. That's the way they've ruled on it in the past. And for those people wondering, it's a penalty try, therefore it's not 10 minutes in the bin. If it's not a penalty try, he'd go to the bin for sure. So here's the conversion attempt in front of the sticks from Val Holmes. 80% strike rate for his career at kicking goals, and Val Holmes about to pilot this one in between the sticks. Here he goes, straight over the black dot. So 6-4, Dragons leading Canterbury. That's on the BP scoreboard. Stephen Crichton on report. Tui Pilotu gets the try, a penalty try, and that's after 18 minutes of play. Right decision, Gal?
No, not in my opinion. Look, when I first saw it, I thought there was a knee involved, but that's just a body check. That's what the game's about. Look, we've got to protect players these days from dangerous situations. That was not dangerous. That is not a penalty try. I'm in the big man. I don't agree with that one at all.
All right.
I'll tell you what I don't like either. Tui Pilotu just giving it to one of the Bulldogs players. He may have said something to him after he was deemed to have lost the ball, but I don't think you need that. And Gutherson was quick to grab him and pull him back in the line.
We might see a few fireworks here, Darryl.
I think so. I'd like to see Tui Pilotu get the dummy half and have a run.
Bit of spice. Well, looks like he might be getting ready to have a run. Here he comes, big Tui Pilotu. Runs into the tackle of Salmon and Saluka Fafita. He'll play 20 away from his own goal line. Cook dummy half, sends it to the short side of the field. Over on that eastern side through Luciano Leilua. He'll play 30 away from his own goal line. 15 in from the eastern touchline. DeBellum for a run this time. Works it up towards the 40. He'll play 10 shy of the halfway line. Cook dummy half, sends it away to Gutherson. Gutherson with a good run up over halfway. Held onto the ball and he's put to the ground. 5 into opposition territory. They keep on the keep going. Now away to Ilias and he puts the kick downfield. It's high. Underneath it, Marcelo Montoya takes it nicely and he's felled in the tackle. 21 metres away from his own goal line and 20 in from the western touchline. Cherry this time. He runs into the hit line and he's put to the ground. Centre field. 30 away from his own line. 6-4 the score if you're just joining us. Dragons leading Canterbury and 20 minutes left in the first half for Tui's and BP. Here they are now playing it through Wilson this time. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Crichton, the man who's on report and responsible for that penalty try. 3 Dragons defenders there. They can't get him to the ground. He'll play it right on halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Ball comes away this time to Tracy. Tracy works it up towards the 40. Dragons into the field. Bulldogs have possession of the ball. They send it away to Burton. Burton onto the left boot. It's a high kick. Underneath it this time is Fine again. Marcelo Montoya bats it back into the hands of Sewer. Sewer's away. He's got to get past the defence. He can't get past Burton. He's at the 40. Yes, he can. Up towards halfway. Burton had 2, 3, 4, 5 goes at him and they got him to the ground. 5 shy of the halfway line.
Yeah, geez, he had trouble getting hold of him there, Burton, but in the end he made a tackle that had to be made because when he picked that up, Jaden Sewer, he had open space in front of him. There's only Burton there. They would have caught him, but Burton did a pretty good job in the end.
Couchman onto the field. His brother's out there as well. This time it's through Toby and he's taken in the tackle. 10 into Bulldogs territory. Ball is played right of centre field. Away to DeBellin. Now to Flanagan. Off to Gutherson. Bang! He ran into a shoulder from Stephen Crichton. It was legal, but he'll fill that one. Oh, wow. Couple of former Origin teammates when Gutherson had a crack. I think you'll find here's a penalty.
Another high shot, I think.
And you're right, Darryl, there's a bit of feeling coming into this one as well.
It's kick out again, I think. He's been penalised a couple of times here, kick out. I think it was kick out. Let's just have another look at it here. Well, see, that's a shoulder charge for mine. Which, looking at replay of when Gutherson got nailed by Stephen Crichton, that's a shoulder charge.
Yep, he didn't wrap the arm, did he? Gal, shoulder charge?
Not a chance, boys. That's not a shoulder charge. He didn't look. He had his arm in a wrapping motion. It wasn't tucked up beside him. So, no, that's not a shoulder charge. That one.
I didn't say a wrapping
arm. Just turn him off, mate. He's talking about a different situation on it.
Open your eyes, you fool. Here they are playing the ball, the Dragons. They've got it and the lead. 6-4 it is. They'll play it through Couchman, send it away on the outside to DeBellin. He runs into the hit line. Salmon got him, brought him to the ground. 10 away from the goal line, centre field. Away it goes through the hands of Flanagan. Back on the inside to Val Holmes. Here's your man, big man. Val Holmes will play it 12 away from the goal line. Dummy half Cook goes away to DeBellin. He goes on to Ilias. Ilias pins the ears back. Goes for the line. Good tackle, good defence. Who was it? It was Burton. He'll play it 4 metres away from the goal line. Tackle count restarts. Cook sends it away on the outside. It's with Big Sully. Sully taken in the tackle by Kickow. He'll play it 5 metres away from the goal line on tackle 1. A long pass goes away to Ilias. Ilias spins around, pirouettes, tries to push past Saluka for feeder. He missed him. He came at Max King. Max King grabbed him with Jamin Salmon. They hold him in the tackle. They push him back 20 metres and he's away from the goal line now. Damien Cook into dummy half, sends it away now. Here's the ball coming away through Sewer and he's put to the ground 10 metres away from the goal line. Tackle 3 it is. They go to the left-hand side of the field to Bellin. He sends it out the back to Kyle Flanagan. Short ball away to Val. He couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle it. Was he taken without the ball? No. Preston's had a bit of a set to with Kyle Flanagan. Flanagan's remonstrating with the referee. Let's see what he's going to rule here.
Jeez, it was an average pass. I mean, I thought it was forward anyway. Val Holmes would take that 99 times out of 100, but the short pass here, it was forward. Without a doubt, it was forward. It was the back rower who threw it there, Leilua, and it was a forward pass, and he just fumbled it, Val. He thought he was running second man.
Work it in.
So it'll be a Bulldog scrum feed, centre of the park, 10 away from their own line. Scoreboard reads for BP 6-4 and the clock 17 minutes remaining in the first half. So
one of the couchmen's down there, so he's just got a little bit of, he's getting some word here from the video referee here. Let's see what goes on here.
On report, mate, Jacob.
Who's on report? Jacob Preston's on report.
We're going to have a penalty now. All right, so a penalty's given. Geez, there must be a bit happening off the ball.
Well, he's on a report for what, a high shot or for tackling too hard? Which one?
Who knows?
Give me the ball, Stephen.
So the Dragons are going to get the penalty here. And they're 13 away from the Bulldogs line, so a real opportunity to extend their lead here with 16 minutes left in the first half. It's 6-4 on the BP scoreboard as DeBellin gets to within 3 metres of the goal line. What can the Dragons do here? Cook dummy half, sends it away to Flanagan. Flanagan running crossfield. Ilias onto Gutherson. Tapped on from Sully. Fine couldn't handle him to touch. Well,
that's awful.
That was just terrible play. That's the Dragons of old. They've got to be better than that, in particular in round 1. So score remains 6-4. That was on tackle 1, and it'll be a scrum feed. Or will it be a play? It'll be a play the ball to the Bulldogs, 10 away from their own line, Darryl.
It was just panic play from them. They realised they had an opportunity on the outside, but there was just a panic pass on the outside. It missed the winger by probably 1.5 metres and just meekly tumbled into touch. I mean, that's just poor play there from the big centre. Was that Sully? I think it was Sully. I mean, he's not a ball player at the best of times. He's a runner, Sully, and that's what I'd intended. That's what I'd like him to do.
Oh, here's a run from Cherry. He's over the 30, the 40. He's got Tracy with him over halfway. A good tackle there over the top. Who was it? It was your man, Val Holmes. 35 away from the goal line. Ball goes away now into the hands of Burton. Burton's got Montoya. Burton nearly got through. Oh, good tackle. It's Sully. Put him into touch. Oh, that's a big play there. The Bulldogs were coming to get him. He gave him a big bear hug, Sully. He said, come here. He put him into touch. 6-4 score remains. Dragons lead Bulldogs.
Well, this game's starting to warm up, hasn't it? The last 10 minutes has been great. Great chase there. A great break, really, there from Bronson Cherry. And then on that occasion, Burton got the ball. He thought he could get around the outside of Sully, and he did. He got around the outside of him, but Sully just chased and grabbed him, and in the end, momentum just threw him into touch. That's a great tackle from Sully after probably about 1.5 minutes earlier, throwing an awful pass. Now, here's a problem here. One of the Couchmans is injured. He's got looks like a leg problem, and I've got to make a statement. I don't think he'll be back.
Thank you, Darryl. We'll get a report from Gal in just a moment. Tui Pilotu playing it. Oh, there's a big tackle on Stewart, the debutant. Welcome to first grade, young man. Here's Cook out of dummy half, runs into Salmon. Geez, the Bulldogs all over the Dragons here. They're not going anywhere. 18 away from their own goal line, the Dragons. The Red V now, it's with Jack DeBellin. He runs into the tackle. Bit of a nothing run there. He'll play it 25 away from his own goal line. Gutherson dummy half, sends it away to big Luciano Leilua. There's a good run. That's much better from the Dragons. 10 shy of the halfway line. They lead 6-4. That's on the BP scoreboard as Cook sends it away to Illy Ilias gets a kick away inside his own 40. Down the throat of Connor Tracy. Did well to take it on the full. He takes it 15 away from his own goal line. Runs it out towards the 30 and runs into the tackle of Valentine Holmes and Stewart. And they put him to the ground 30 away from his own goal line. 23 metres in from the eastern touchline. Here's Wilson now. Bulldogs have the ball. They'll play it 13 shy of the halfway line. 6-4. Dragons leading Canterbury. 13 minutes left first half. Here's a good solid hit on the 16 who's onto the field. Harry Hayes. Up to halfway he goes. He'll play the ball back. Big D. 6-4. Dragons in front.
Well, there's a few on there at the moment as well. Tupanua's out there at the moment, and also Kurt Mann's come on to replace Jamin Salmon. So they've made a number of changes here, the Dogs.
Sexton nearly got through, ran into the tackle of Couchman. Over the top there as well was Stewart, and he'll play the ball 13 metres away from the Dragons line. Oh no, 6 more tackles on tackle 5. Here they come now, Marnie. Marnie tried to get through, ducked his head weaving, got put to the ground 5 metres away from the goal line. He'll play the ball back into dummy half, goes the 13 man. He sends it away on the outside to Harry Hayes, and he filled in the tackle by DeBellin.
Tackle 2.
What's happening here?
Independent doctors asking to go, mate.
Okay, independent doctors asking Jack DeBellin to come from the field. So it looks like Emre Gula's going to come back on as a replacement.
Yeah, independent doctor, thank you.
So that's come from the bunker, which is why we've got to stop play.
Got a bit of a cut behind his, on his top of his head there. That's probably the head knock he's got there. And he's coming off. He doesn't look, he's not that happy about it, but they never are when it comes from the independent doctor, are they? Here's a great opportunity here for the Bulldogs.
So it'll be Hayes to play it. Harry Hayes in the 16 jumper, and he'll play it 6 away from his own goal line. DeBellin.
Take your time, Jack.
Walking over the touchline now. Gula's onto the field as a replacement, so we get on with the game. Dummy half. Marnie sends it away to Mann. He gets the pass away to Tupanua. Satilli, who's made the move over from the Roosters. 8 metres away from the Dragons' goal line. Ball has played. Rani dummy half sends it away to Mann. Mann gets it out the back to Sexton. Now on the outside to Preston. Preston for the line. 3 metres short. Good tackle by Flanagan over the top. He'll get to his feet and play the ball back. Marnie. Oh, good run there. They rushed up off the line. The Dragons battered the ball down. Picked up by Damien Cook. Dragons have the ball 15 away from their own line.
He's blowing up Reed Marnie. He believed they were offside. He got the ball from dummy half. He sort of took him a little while to try and pass, but they came in. They hit his arm as he was about to pass the ball. The ball came free. Dragons pounced on it.
So Tui Piloto will play it. It comes away on the outside, this time through Stewart, the debutant who we heard about from Debbie, one of our listeners earlier. Good friends of the family as Gula sends it away to Ilias. Ball goes to ground. He's had a couple of those ones, but it's been knocked down by the Bulldogs. That's the ruling from referee Todd Smith.
Bronson Cherry, I think, was the player who came in from outside in, tried to make the tackle. In the process, he saw that there was a ball going to be passed there. He just put the arm out, knocked it on. Referee picked it up. It'll be another 6 here to the Dragons. This has warmed up a little bit, this game, after a pretty soft start, I thought, Levy, but with about 11 and a half minutes to go until half-time here, the scoreboard, the BP scoreboard, it's telling me that it's 6-4 in favour of the Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons leading the Bulldogs. We go to the touchline. Paul Gallen, he's downstairs.
Yeah, right, but it has warmed up. I like the game, but just too many errors. There's too many errors from both sides. The first team that settles down, completes their sets, kick long, then falls an error from the opposition will get the win here today.
The Dragons have it, 10 shy of the halfway line. Stewart onto Ilias, now to Gutherson. Gutherson's gone straight through. He's got support outside him. Gives the pass away to Fine. Fine up towards the 20, taken in the tackle by Connor Tracy. And over the top is Viliami Kickout. 22 metres away from the Bulldogs line. Ilias, a long pass, gets to him. He gives it away to Stewart. Stewart enveloped by 3 Bulldogs defenders. Man was in there over the top. Of course, was Tupanua. He'll play the ball back now. Damien Cook waiting for it. He sends it away to the left to Ilias. Out the back to Kyle Flanagan. Rushing up was Sexton. Grabbed him ball and all. Brought him to the ground. He'll play the ball back. 18 metres in from touch. 25 away from the Bulldogs line. It goes to Couchman. Couchman's lost the ball this time. Picked up by Tupanua. So another mistake. An unforced error there from the Bulldog, from the Dragons, I should say. And it ends up in the hands of the Bulldogs. And the score remains 6-4 with 10 to play the first half. Yeah. Dragons in front.
There's been 1,000 mistakes from both sides, Mark. Whichever side, and Gal said it before, whichever side can settle down here will probably win this game. It's at the look. The game's close, and that's the reason it's pretty interesting. But at the moment, there's just too many mistakes.
Here's Crichton playing the ball just shy of the halfway line. Sends it away to Kurt Mann. Awkward looking take. He runs into the tackle of Cook, and over the top is Couchman. Ryan, of course. Ryan Couchman off the field with what looks to be a leg injury. Here's Tupanua, runs into a solid tackle by Stewart. Couchman's in there as well to affect it. He'll play it 35 metres away from the Dragons line. It goes to Burton, tackle 5. This is another high kick for Fine, so it's a targeted ploy, and it's paid dividends this time. He's knocked the ball on. Picked up by Kickow. So they're going to play the original knock on here from Fine. It was then knocked on by the Bulldogs, so it'll be a scrum feed to the Canterbury side, 10 away from the Dragons line.
He's just not running with it. Viliami Kickow, who I rate, I think he's a fantastic player. For mine, he's just not running with any great purpose at the moment. I know on that occasion he got tackled there by Gutho, but he just seems to be going through the motions a little bit. He's such a unit, such a big bloke. Just pin the ears back sometimes, I reckon, and he'll just crash over. But at the moment, it looks like he's going at half rat power to me.
Needs to grow his hair again,
Come on, Billy Army.
Needs the barrister's wig. Here's the ball with Burton. He gets it away on the outside to Tracy. Pop the pass away and Wilson will score over in that corner, in the northeastern corner in front of a few Bulldog supporters. A little set play from the scrum. Wilson claims the try, and the Bulldogs regain the lead, 8-6 on the BP scoreboard. That's with a kick to come, 8 to play in the first half.
The Harvey Norman replay will just say this is beautiful backline movement. He got caught out there, Val Holmes. Connor Tracy got on the outside of Val Holmes. Holmes came in. Tracy found the gap. He did a brilliant job there, Tracy. He just positioned the winger beautifully there, Blake Wilson. He drew in the other winger. He had to come in and get him. He took a hit too, don't worry there, Connor Tracy. With the ball on the outside, to Blake Wilson was just, I'm going to say it, superb. Superb. I'm using that word, Gal. He's going to love that, Gal. But it was a beautiful backline movement. Poor bit of play, I've got to say, from Val Holmes. He got caught in no man's land, and that just gave Connor Tracy a little bit of space, and he doesn't need too much. He's been the best player on the field, I reckon, Connor Tracy.
11 tries in 22 games for Blake Wilson. Paul Gallen, was it superb?
It was absolutely superb. There's a little bit of deception too at the back of the scrum with Burton and Tracy also going around the right-hand side very late, creating a 4-on-3. So there's always going to be an overlap. The winger needed to jam in on Tracy, but didn't come in quick enough, created a 2-on-1, and the Dogs get over. A little bit too easy for me. Flano won't be happy. Once again, coming off the back of errors from the Dragons. The completion rate from both sides hasn't been great.
Here's a sideline conversion attempt from Burton over on that eastern side of the field. He moves in. Left boot strikes it towards the upright. It looks okay off the boot, and it's there. He's kicked the goal, 10-6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 7.5 minutes left in the first half on the BP scoreboard and the Tooheys clock. And it's still to come tonight over at Four Pines Park, Brookvale. Another sellout crowd, Darryl, Manly and North Queensland. So rugby league alive and well. 2 big games in Sydney town tonight.
The footy just keeps coming, doesn't it? I mean, we've got a good game tomorrow too. I'm interested in that. Melbourne and Parramatta. I mean, the main interest I've got is just to see if Parramatta can find something, because I think they're about $8 tomorrow. It's a ridiculous price in a 2-horse race, but Melbourne, who a lot of people think he can win the competition this year, will go in at, well, outrageously priced favourites in this game.
So Gutherson, the restart, sends it deep. Geez, it nearly went dead over the dead ball line. Bringing the ball back as Hayes runs into the tackle. Over the top there is Sewer, and Couchman's in there to affect the tackle. Hang on. So they're going to play the ball back. There was some sort of issue in the tackle. So they play it now. Kick out, acting half, sends it away to Montoya. Just having a look at the replay. His foot was on the dead ball line, Darryl.
Well, mate, he should have made him. He should have put the foot over there, and all he had to do was touch the ball, and it's a penalty on halfway. But he just not enough good enough game awareness there. There was a penalty.
There was a little leg out there for a trip, I think you'll find. But either way, they've got him for a high tackle, Emre Goulas. So this is another penalty going the way of the Bulldogs, and this will just march them up towards halfway.
Well, both sides are just no discipline, really ill-disciplined here. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, that's a high enough shot. In this day and age, that's always going to be a penalty. So things aren't great. Here's the completion rates. 70% for the Dragons and 63% for the Dogs. That's not good enough. 70%'s not good enough, and the Dogs are worse.
10-6 the scoreline. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 6 minutes to play on the Tooheys clock in the first half. Here's the ball through Hayes, running into Couchman. De Bellin's there. One other person in there to affect the tackle. It's Emre Goulas. 30 metres away from the Dragons line. Bulldogs have the ball. Marnie sends it away to Mann. Now on to Sexton. Away to Preston. Preston runs into the hit line. Beat 2 of the tacklers. Kyle Flanagan held on for dear life. He's still going, Preston. Oh, good run. Jacob Preston gets to within 8 metres of the goal line. They'll play the ball back. It goes to Sexton. The ball comes away. He takes the tackle, runs into Gutherson. In there as well was Gula. 5 away from the goal line. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Burton. Burton to kick out. Kick out gets it out the back. Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy. I think he got it down. I think he got it down. We might go to the video referee. No. He points to the spot. It's a try to the Bulldogs. They're in again. 14-6. Kick to come, Big D. 5 minutes to play first half.
What a player he is. I said before, I reckon he's been the best player on the field. Since I've said that, he scored a try and set one up on the back of a great run from Preston. What a good player he is. He's come from nowhere, really. Just come from the birds. Got to first grade and just killed them. This is good work here. Viliami Kikau, he's a big unit. Great work from the fullback, Connor Tracy. He got the ball. I didn't think he was going to get there. Gutherson had a shot at him. He fell off him again, Gutherson, and it was the replacement hooker, Jacob Little, I thought was out there, who tried to save the try. Not good enough. They're going to have troubles here if they've got Viliami Kikau running at the back, at the 5'8" or the halfback here. It's a high shot too from Gutherson, but he fell off him again. Gutherson needs to do better than that. Geez, he's done well to get this down. He eventually did get it down. Great work, Connor Tracy.
Geez, he's a good player. He's a good player, and he's found his spot at the Bulldogs. He was down there at the Sharkies, you'll remember too.
Mate, I thought he was a good player there, and I thought fullback was his spot, but, you know, Will Kennedy sort of pushed him out of the club, I suppose, by, you know, grabbing the fullback spot. And I think he wants to play fullback, and that's where he's best suited. Yeah. He's a really good player.
35th try for his career. He's second against the Dragons. And this is Burton lining up the conversion attempt, 11 metres in from the Western touchline and 20 metres away from the Dragons' goal line. 14 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. And here's Burton attempting to convert the Connor Tracy try. He lines this one up. He's about to move in, takes his time, a step back. He moves in now. Here's the kick from Burton towards the upright and makes no mistake. It's 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 4 minutes left first half for BP and Tuies. We go to the touchline. Here's Paul Gallen.
They're their own worst enemies here, the Dragons, at the moment. They're poor completion rate, poor discipline. They're giving the Dogs field position. And Viliami Kikau on that edge. He's just too big and too powerful. He got one-on-one with the halfback. The Feagai should have come in when the ball got past to Connor Tracy. Should have made the tackle. Had to make the tackle. Tried to shoulder charge him instead. Couldn't stop him, obviously, and Gutho couldn't stop him. That's a pretty good try there for Tracy. But the big fella, Viliami Kikau, he's been a bit hard to handle on this left-hand edge.
It's nice when we've got control of his microphone up here.
Yeah, well, Viliami Kikau is always hard to control, isn't he? No matter where he is. He's such a big thing. And on that occasion, it wasn't his block-busting run that set up the try. It was really his offload. It was a really nice offload. He saw Connor Tracy. He did really well to take it. He was under a bit of pressure to take that ball, but he took it, got to the line and scored. Great try. What a player he is.
Here's Atili Tupanua. Runs into the tackle of Luciano Leilua. And Couchman's in there, Cook as well. So we'll play it 20 in from the eastern touchline. At 30 metres away from his own goal line as Preston off the back of that great run in the last set that led up to that try. He works it up towards the 40, plays it, 15 in from the eastern touchline. Here's a good run from Tupanua. Ran into a tackle of Sewer, who came off second best and had to have a second go at him. Marnie sends it away now to Burton, drops it onto the left boot, tackle 5, up into the air, Fine underneath it this time. He went without the ball, batted back by Bronson Cherry, into the hands of Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann's there, he's forced to put a kick away. He sends it up into the air. This is just a comedy of errors. It's out on the full.
It's a Barry Crocker. He had plenty of opportunity there, Kurt Mann, to put that wherever he wanted to. And I'm pretty confident he didn't want to put it 15 metres out over the touchline. I'm Daryl Braden. Why would you do that?
Was Kurt Mann Davies' favourite player?
Oh, Davey didn't like Kurt Mann. He had a few he wasn't keen on.
If Davey was here, he'd be saying...
What about Damien Oliver doing those ads on television now? Quite good. Davey wouldn't be happy with that.
Here's the ball going away to Couchman. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Of course, Darryl and Paul will have a look at the first half action. We'll get a preview from Josh Morris as well in the game over at Brookvale. Here's Val Holmes over the 30 at the Canterbury end of the field. Good run before he's dragged to the ground by Hayes. Ball is played into dummy half. Of course, Tui Pilotu sends it away on the outside. Now it's with Cook running across field. Goes to Lachlan Ilias. He spied an opening, got a pass away. He's gone to ground. He's picked up there by Sully. Knocked on.
How's that a knock-on?
It went behind him.
Mate, how is that a knock-on? He's flicked it out the back. I'd challenge this. And they are.
Grant, captain's challenge from the Dragons. We have after the pass it hitting Jaden Stewart's arm, mate, and a knock-on. Dragons challenging.
Jeez, I don't know about that.
Well, even if it hit his arm, it went backwards.
Yeah.
Here it is here. The pass is just before the line. Well, I don't even know if he's touched it.
I don't think he touched it, did he?
Hang on. It would be last play the ball if it doesn't.
So they're not ruling anything to do with the pass from Ilias. They're suggesting that Big Sewer's got an arm to it. I don't think he has.
At this stage, we can't see any contact with Jaden Sewer's arm. We're just playing through.
So this will be challenge successful, Darryl.
I would think so. I thought the ball always went backwards here, and I would think it is a challenge successful.
The referee now blows the whistle. We have a mutual infringement. We'll be going back to the previous play the ball.
Right.
The challenge is successful.
Tackle 3.
They're using some common sense with this, so they're going back to the previous play the ball to just replay that as if that didn't happen, just wipe it from history.
Okay.
Which I don't think's a silly thing, but it does slow the game down a bit.
I'd like to wipe from history my comment earlier about the Dragons jersey, Darryl.
Too late. If you weren't listening, he said it's boring.
I did it for the good of the show. Here's Gula. Runs into the tackle of Hayes, and Kurt Mann's in there. Over the top is Tupanua. He sends the pass away. Cook does into the hands of Stewart this time, and he's hit in a solid tackle by Preston.
Good play,
field.
Preston. Geez, a good player, Preston.
20 metres away from the Bulldogs line. Dragons have the ball. Luciano Leilua on to Gutherson. Gutherson got the pass away on the outside. They're going close here, the Dragons, through Tui Pilotu. But they're just short, and he's lost the ball, has he? No, it's tackle 5, so it'll be a changeover.
Well, Gutherson, even though he's missed a couple of tackles, he's still heavily involved in the game, and that's what you want. That's exactly the way he plays. It was a lovely ball he gave on the outside to Tui Pilotu, but there's plenty of defenders there, and they pulled him down.
Here's Marcelo Montoya. 60 seconds remaining on the Tui's clock. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. Still to come tonight, Manly and North Queensland. We'll get a preview from Josh Morris at halftime in this game as Tracy plays at centre field. 21 away from their own line. This time working the ball forward is Tupanua. Hard to get the names right. Tui Pilotu and Tupanua. That's a bit tricky. I know they're on different sides. That one's batted down by Lachlan Ilias. 6 again, says the referee. Picked up by Hayes. Hayes up to halfway. 30 seconds remaining. Tackle 0. He'll get to his feet and play the ball back right on halfway on the Telstra side. Marnie dummy half sends it away to Sexton. He links up this time with Tupanua. He runs into the tackle of Cook, and over the top was Stewart. He'll play the ball back now. Kurt Mann's got the pass over on the outside to Sexton. He gives it away to Tracy. Tracy now to Crichton. Crichton runs into the hit line. Flanagan's there. Gula underneath there as well as Luciano Leilua. Ball is played. Goes away to Sexton. Sexton goes to Mann. Mann short ball away on the outside to Tupanua. He's put the ball down. Tried to kick forward by Burton. Went to pick it up Marcelo Montoya. This is a dead set circus. Fine picks it up. It's mistake after mistake after mistake. And that'll be half time.
Yeah,
so
a bit of a dog's breakfast there, Levy.
Half time. The referee's about to blow his whistle. Send them in for, I don't know if they still have oranges, probably Hydrolite these days, but 16 points to 6. Bit of claret coming from the left eye of Lachlan Ilias. He'll get some running repairs. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra in the first of our games on this Saturday night. And we'll run you through the stats in just a moment, thanks to our mates at McDonald's who are with us in season 2024. If I can get this computer to work, it's not working on me, so I'll go to the trusty old phone and we'll have a look at some of the stats here on this game this afternoon. So 16 points to 6, tries to Marcelo Montoya, Blake Wilson and Connor Tracy for the Bulldogs. Matt Burton kicking 2 from 3, and the try scorer for the Dragons, Christian Tui Pilotu. Val Holmes converted it in the 18th minute. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. We'll take a break on the other side of this. Darryl Broman and Paul Gallen to look at the first half action.
Introducing the It's 8 a.m. and I'm already sweating Macca's Run. Featuring the new McCafe almond-flavoured iced latte as part of the summer drinks range. So, Macca's Run? Available for a limited time.
Lowe's new golf range is out now, and it's a cracker. Whether you're sinking putts or smashing drives, you're going to look like a pro wearing one of Lowe's quick-dry golf polos from just $40, or a pair of flexi waist golf shorts for just $50. And if you buy any 2 items from the Lowe's golf range, you'll score a free Cougars golf umbrella worth $60. Now you can look sharp on the course with plenty of spare change, decked out in the Cougars golf range, exclusive to Lowe's. Take your golf style to the next level. Shop in-store or online at Lowe's. With 200 stores nationwide, there's bound to be one near you. So, the new golf range, it's available now at Lowe's. Head into one of the 200 stores nationwide. There's bound to be one near you. Or you can log on to the website lowes.com.au.
If it's glass, you can't go past Palmer's Glass. We're Sydney's leading glass company with all our products custom made right here in our Gladesville factory. Get your quick free quote today at palmersglass.com.au.
A little bit of brilliant can make your day. Getting all the green lights? Brilliant. When you score the perfect parking spot? Brilliant. $5 off at the pump with BP Rewards? Brilliant. Earning points at BP on just about everything? Brilliant. Your 5th Wild Bean Cafe coffee free? Brilliant. BP points or Qantas points? Brilliant. Join, scan, earn rewards? Brilliant. BP Rewards? Brilliant. T's and C's apply.
Surprise Fries is back at Macca's with millions of instant win prizes, plus weekly draws to win 10 grand cash. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win. Ends April 1, 2025. For full terms and permit numbers, visit our website.
You're listening to the Continuous Call Team, proudly brought to you by Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
Here we go. There's the referee's whistle and players underway. It'll be the Dragons to bring it forward through Emre Gula, and he crashes into 3 Bulldogs defenders and they push him back. He's lost the ball. He's lost the ball. Keep working the short side. Goes away to Connor Tracy. Oh, there's a big hit from Jack Nabell and he went bang on Connor Tracy. Oh, he'll feel that one tomorrow. Now on to Burton, out the back to Billy Army, kick out Marcelo Montoya. And Marcelo Montoya hitting and spinning. It had to come. The Bulldogs faithful go up as one and they draw first blood. Ilias gives it away to Flanagan. On to Gutherson, away on the outside, scoring the try. Tui Pilotu. The ball is played right of centre field. Away to DeBellin. Now to Flanagan. On to Gutherson. Bang! He ran into a shoulder from Stephen Crichton. Ball goes away now. Into the hands of Burton. Burton got Montoya. Burton nearly got through. Oh, good tackle! It's Sully put it into touch. Oh, that's a big play there. Here's the ball with Burton. He gets it away on the outside to Tracy. Pop the pass away and Wilson will score over in that corner in the northeastern corner in front of a few Bulldog supporters. Kickout gets it out the back. Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy. Connor Tracy. I think he got it down. I think he got it down. We might go to the video referee. No. He points to the spot. It's a try to the Bulldogs.
Across Australia, this is the Continuous Call Team.
Well, Netstrata Stadium's been here for this clash between the Dragons and Bulldogs, and we're currently at half-time, and the Bulldogs are leading by 16 points to 6 in what has been a scrappy game. A bit of ill-discipline from both sides has been.
Now down to the post-Mac press conference with Lions coach Chris Fagan.
Chris, tell us how the Happy Meal went tonight.
My grandson didn't get a Brisbane bear clip this time, so we better collect all 18.
The AFL Happy Meal is here. The season starts at Macca's. T's and C's apply.
A little bit of brilliant can make your day. Getting all the green lights? Brilliant. When you score the perfect parking spot? Brilliant. $5 off at the pump with BP Rewards? Brilliant. Earning points at BP on just about everything? Brilliant. Your 5th Wild Bean Cafe coffee free? Brilliant. BP points or Qantas points? Brilliant. Join, scan, earn rewards? Brilliant. BP Rewards? Brilliant. T's and C's apply.
Introducing City Hino, now open at 2 convenient locations for all your genuine Hino parts and service needs. Visit us at City Hino Arndell Park or our new service centre, City Hino Fairfield East. Book your service online at cityhino.com.au today.
Across Australia, Surf Lifesavers volunteer over 140,000 hours patrolling our beaches. To be there when you and your loved ones need us the most. The work never stops. There are still too many coastal drownings in Australian waters. We need your help to get preventable deaths down to zero. Donate to Mission Zero today at slsfoundation.com.au.
Doors Plus March Madness sale on this week. Bifold doors, sliding doors, stacking doors and more. March Madness savings across the range. With up to 50% off fully installed packages. Why shop anywhere else? March Madness on this week. Doors Plus, no fuss.
Surprise Fries is back at Macca's with millions of instant win prizes. Plus weekly draws to win 10 grand cash. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win. Ends April 1, 2025. For full terms and permit numbers, visit our website.
You're listening to the Continuous Call Team on 2GB. Thanks to Macca's, Harvey Norman, Lowe's, Brighton's Lawyers, Tui's, BP and Glencore Mining.
Well, good evening from the studio here. We're having some technical difficulties, but it is Josh Morris here, and I was here to do the preview of the match coming up. The Manly Seagulls versus the North Queensland Cowboys at 4 Pines Park. The 7:30 game, it'll be called by Matt Thompson and myself. Refereeing the game tonight will be Peter Goff. Casey Badger and Drew Altram are the touch judges, and Ashley Klein is in the NRL bunker. Now, for Manly, they finished their season last year being knocked out in the semi-finals by the Roosters. And in team news, they have recruits Jazz Tavanga and Siwa Takiaho making their club debut. Missing is Lachlan Croker with a knee injury, and they line up with Carl Lawton playing against his old side. Last season, the Cowboys, they were knocked out in the semi-finals by the Sharks. In team news for them, Tom Duffy makes his NRL debut in the halves, while John Bateman makes his club debut as Carl Lawton, as I spoke about, plays against his old club. And Jason Taumalolo won't be playing in this game. He will miss this game with a foot injury. So if we're looking at the stats between the two sides here, the Seagulls have won 5 of their past 7 games against the Cowboys, and the Cowboys have won their past 2 games at 4 Pines Park. Tommy Turbo, he'll be one of the key men in this matchup tonight. He has scored in 6 consecutive games at 4 Pines, if you can believe it. And the Cowboys, a damning stat for them, they have never won an opening round game in Sydney, but Seagulls coach Anthony Seibold has won 6 from 7 against the Cowboys as well. So, look, you don't really take too much on the trial form, but the Seagulls, I think they're going to be hard to beat tonight at 4 Pines Park. Whilst they lose Lachlan Croker to that knee injury, they have an experienced number 9 there in Jazz Tavanga. I can't wait to see how he will go into this side, as well as Siwa Takiaho. It'll be interesting in the halves for the North Queensland Cowboys. How much will they rely on Tom Dearden? What type of role will Thomas Duffy play? We all know that the Cowboys, they can attack. They play very expansive footy. Will they have made a main focus on their defence tonight? If they can defend well against the back 5 of Manly, they give themselves every chance. So, interesting game coming up. Myself and Matt Thompson will be in the studio to call it. I think we've got the line back, so it's back to the boys.
Well done. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate all of that. 16 points to 6 here at Cogra. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. We'll take a break and come back with the second half.
A little bit of brilliant can make your day. Getting all the green lights? Brilliant. When you score the perfect parking spot? Brilliant. $5 off at the pump with BP Rewards? Brilliant. Earning points at BP on just about everything? Brilliant. Your 5th Wild Bean Cafe coffee free? Brilliant. BP points or Qantas points? Brilliant. Join, scan, earn rewards? Brilliant. BP Rewards? Brilliant. T's and C's apply.
Take home a win at Dan Murphy's, even if your team doesn't. Verve Clicquot Brut Yellow Label, just $71.90. Matchday drinks at low prices. Dan Murphy's is on the ball. End Sunday, choose to drink wise. T's and C's apply.
The Workside Portaloo. What better place to head to bizcover.com.au and check out all the ways you could be saving money on your business insurance.
Electrician.
Like your public liability. Because only BizCover lets you compare, save, and get instant cover online, on the go, in minutes.
I can save $400. Oh, woohoo!
You all right, Brad? Check how much a tradie like you could save on your business insurance. For on-the-go cover,
Go BizCover.
Hi, John Rocker here. Searching for a new or pre-owned Toyota? Then set your sat-nav to Sydney City Toyota, Glebe or Waterloo, and experience one-stop vehicle shopping the Sydney City Toyota way. Search Sydney City Toyota. MD 53160.
Good evening, everyone. This is your captain speaking.
Did you know that nickel, like that mined by Glencore, can be found in the jet engines that help us travel the world?
We've begun our descent and we'll be landing in about 20 minutes. We'll be approaching from the east.
You'd be surprised the ways coal, metals and minerals like those mined by Glencore help make our way of life possible.
Glencore Mining, advancing everyday life.
You're listening to the Continuous Call Team, proudly brought to you by Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
Yeah, Continuous Call Team here at Cogra. We're waiting on these two teams to make their way back out. And, of course, we'll be back with you tomorrow. MG to join us on the show tomorrow too, Darryl. It was a bit difficult yesterday. We were back sort of in Sydney. Guys were over in Vegas last week. But all back in the one studio, and we'll have a lot of fun when we come on air tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So looking forward to it.
Who else is on? There's MG, you, me, who else?
And the pig.
Oh, the piglet.
Yep.
Is he a Sunday specialist this
Yes.
year or not?
Yeah, he'll do Fridays and Sundays.
Yeah.
And MG will usually do Saturdays, but he did a swapsy with Breeny this week because he had a prior commitment. So
good job.
Looking forward. And then from next week, One Eye will be hosting the show on a Sunday, so I can have a little sleep and a little rest.
Yeah, well, you deserve that. There's been a few changes, but you know what? It's still going to be top quality stuff from everybody.
Mate, you're the mainstay.
I'm hoping I don't get on top of the One Eye too early. I don't want him to lose confidence. But that's something he doesn't have. You know, he does have enough confidence, doesn't he?
Just go easy on him, will you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll see how I go.
I remember when I first started hosting the show, you did go easy on me.
I did or didn't?
No, you didn't.
No, well, that's not my go, mate. I'm about the punters.
Every man for himself. Let's go back downstairs and find out what's been happening at half-time. Paul Gallen, what do you got for us?
The guys are obviously coming back out now. As I said before the break, Jack DeBellin has passed his HIA. He will be back. Cashman won't be back. His knee is no good at this stage. It hasn't been confirmed if he's done his ACL. We don't know that at this stage. But Jack DeBellin will be back. I'm pretty sure he'll start the second half. So they tried to get him back on the last 30 seconds of the first half. So he may come back out at the start of this half. Look, Big Mo, I don't know if the Dragons can get back into this. I've got to say, the Dogs' defence, it's been a scrappy game, but the Dogs' defence has been pretty good for mine. I'm not sure if the Dragons can score another 2 or 3 tries.
I'm not prepared to write them off because I don't know if either of these sides are playing, all that well. Clearly the Bulldogs are on top. They're leading 16 points to 6, but in front of a big crowd here, the Dragons only need to score first. Put it that way. If they can score first here, there's no doubt they can come back.
A couple of messages here. One from Kate. Evening, Jen. Shout out to J-Moz. When he had to hold down the fort on his own just now, I've never heard him say so many words. Very impressive. That one from Kate. And Chris at Redcliffe. Did J-Moz just say day boots instead of debuts?
Yeah, he's obviously written it out.
I think leaving job is safe. Well done, Josh.
He's not used to speaking off the cuff. He just reads stuff. He writes it out, then he says day boots.
Well, what do you mean off the cuff? He's just not used to speaking.
Well, when you first crossed to him, I thought, yeah, that's him.
Well done, Josh. Second half underway here at Cogra. And the ball taken by Burton. And the first hit up of the match is Hayes, who you were just giving a rap down. You like the look of him.
I do. He made a telling tackle in that late in that first half on Val Holmes. It's not easy to get, and he did a great job. So I like Harry Hayes. I love his name, and I just like the way he plays.
Martello Montoya plays it. Marnie gives it away on the outside to Tupandua. And he's crashed to the ground by 3 Dragons defenders who played 28 away from his own goal line, 20 in from the Western touchline as Preston this time goes for a run, runs into Leilua, and over the top is Flanagan. They send it back to the centre of the field. Man runs into Stewart, who's been out there, and we said to Debbie we'd keep an eye on him, and he's going all right, Debbie, if you're still listening to us. Here's Burton on tackle 5. A high kick over on that far side. Underneath it is Fine. He took it a lot better. Obviously a couple of words from his coaching staff at half-time just to boost his confidence after he looked a little uneasy under them in the first half. Here's Sully with it now. 20 in from the eastern touchline and 30 away from his own goal line. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. We've had 2 minutes of play in the second half on the BP scoreboard and the Tui's clock. Azilius sends it away on the outside to Sewer. He runs it straight and hard into the tackle. 3 defenders in there. Man was there, Marnie, and over the top is Tupanua. Ball is played. It goes to DeBellin. Past his HIA. He's up over halfway. He'll play the ball back into opposition territory. Cook sends it away to Willius. He puts a kick on halfway. Down the throat this time over on the far side of Montoya. 2 metres away from his own goal line. Looks up, runs into the hit line. Met there by Sewer and brought to the ground by Stewart as well. 20 metres out from his own goal line. 20 in from the eastern touchline as Cherry this time. He goes for a run out towards the 30. He's put down centre field. We'll play the ball back now. The ball goes away on the outside to Wilson this time. He runs into the tackle of Gula. Gave him a big bear hug. Brought him to the ground. 11 shy of the halfway line. 16 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. Here is Captain Courageous Crichton. Experienced, the representative superstar that he is. Oh, that's a shocking play, the ball. A short ball away to Tupanua. And he's hitting in a good tackle and put to the ground. He'll play the ball back on tackle 5. Goes away to Burton inside opposition territory. Testing for Fine over on the far side again. Much easier for him. Viliami Kickow was flying through. Took him in the tackle. And he'll play it 10 away from his own goal line.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Matt Burton bomb. Remember the bomb he used to do, the big spiralling one? Well, all this game, all he's done is done the end over end one. Remember we spoke to Sorreldo about it last year and he's happy for him to do that. But, geez, I'd like to see him produce one of those big spiralling bombs.
Here's Gutherson. He popped a little pass away. One of his teammates, and Gutherson brings it up 8 metres shy of the halfway line. He'll play the ball back. Cook dummy half, sends it away to Willius. Goes away to Sewer this time. Sewer's falling in the tackle. Fell into Marcelo Montoya. He'll play it right on halfway. 11 in from the eastern touchline. Here's the ball coming away now through Stewart. Stewart's put down to the ground by Hayes. Over the top there is Tupanua, and Kurtman was in there as well. They go to the short side. It drops it onto the right boot. Ilias down the throat this time. Waiting back there is Tracy. Takes it 8 away from his own goal line. He runs into the tackle of Cook. Down low there is Sewer, and they get him to the ground and he'll play it 20 in from touch and 22 metres away from his own goal line. There's not a good sign for Ryan Couchman. He's got the crutches and he's making his way back onto the bench. And the fear is that he's done his ACL. So that's terrible news in round 1. Here's Crichton with the ball. The Bulldogs captain gets the offload out the back. Goes to ground. Taken there by Sexton. He throws the pass away to Burton. A long pass away to Kickow over on the far side of the field. He's taken in the tackle by Ilias. Tackle 5 says the referee. Burton sends it back to Bronson Cherry. Cherry's got it. The ball comes away now. It was tackle 3, my apologies. DeBellin's got him and they bring him to the ground. 35 metres away from the Dragons line. Marnie sends it away to Sexton. Short ball back on the inside to Man. Good tackle. Gould of DeBellin's in there as well. Ball is played. They send it over to the left. It's with Burton now. Burton tried to thread the needle. 6 again says the referee. It's back to the Bulldogs. Now it's with Connor Tracy. Tracy's got the ball. Now it's batted down by Luciano Leilua. A couple of knock-ons from the Dragons. But either way, the Bulldogs are going to get 6 more bullets into the chamber. 15 away from the Dragons line.
Yeah, they had a couple of opportunities there, didn't they, the Bulldogs? And, you know, one he was a bit lucky there. Matt Burton put the kick in. It ran into a Dragons player, bounced straight back to him, and then it went to Connor Tracy, who started running and looking dangerous again. He tried to offload and it was knocked down by another Dragons player. So here they are. This could change the game. This scrum here and this play from this scrum could put the Bulldogs a mile in front here, and I reckon it'll be enough.
We'll get down to go in just a second. Here's Marnie, sends it away to Burton. Burton on to Tracy, goes to ground. Wilson's got to get on his bike, scoops on the loose ball. He's enveloped there over the top by Tui Pilotu. Ball is played. Tracy sends it away to Preston. Preston runs it up towards the 10-metre line. He's taken in the tackle by Stewart. Luciano Leilua. Flanagan's in there as well. 20 in from touch, 8 away from the goal line. They lead 16 points to 6. Now the ball goes away to Hayes. Hayes runs into the tackle of Stewart and developed this time. They're right next to the right bumper bar. He'll play the ball back. Into dummy half goes Marnie. He sends it away on the outside and putting him into a gap, scoring the try is Satili Tupanua. He's in Bulldogs colours now, and he adds another try to his try-scoring tally. It's 20 points to 6 with a kick to come. The Bulldogs leading St George Illawarra. That's for BP and Tui's new.
Yeah, and the Harvey Norman replay just shows Satili Tupanua. He's always been a great gap runner. He ran straight at a gap. 2 Dragons just sort of got flicked around like flies, really. It was a bit too simple. Ilias was one, and one of the other ones, I think, was the back rower. But Tupanua, I'm still amazed that the Roosters let him go. I think he's got a lot of good football left in him, and I think he's found a home at the Dogs. He's been good since he's been out on the paddock. He can find the try line just like he did there. And you know why that happens? Because he runs at holes. He's a good player. I've said it 100 times today. The Bulldogs got a lot of good players, so based on that, they should be winning this game.
Little too easy there, Paul Gallen.
Yeah, it was, and as I said, big man at half-time. Something about me, the Dragons, I don't think they're quite on. We spoke to Dean Young before the match about some of the tries and their defensive efforts and attitude. Well, that was two of their better players. Seward's a former Origin player, and Ilias is one of their new buys. Went straight through them, so that was poor defence there. Just on young Couchman, the medical staff at the Dragons suspect he has done his ACL. And on that Burton bomb, boys, I spoke to Burton in the off-season. They want more control over it, so he can put that big spiralling torpedo up. He doesn't have a lot of control of where it comes down. They just want to play the long game at the Bulldogs, bomb the ball to the corners, make the tackle, and make the opposition come out of their own ends. That's the reason we're not seeing the spiral put up. It hasn't been put away, I've been told, but for the moment, he's going to go the end over end.
All right, comprehensive as always. Paul Gallen down on the touchline. Here's Burton to convert the try, moves in, strikes it towards the upright, in off it goes. It's there. It bounced off the upright, through it went. So the try is converted. It's now Canterbury 22, St George Illawarra 6. 8 minutes gone in the second half for BP and Tui's, and you're listening to the Continuous Call Team.
Macca's Surprise Fries. Play for a 1 in 3 chance to win millions of prizes.
And still to come tonight, Matt Thompson will be on deck with Josh Morris at 7:30 to bring you Manly and North Queensland over on the northern beaches, and that place will be absolutely rocking, as it usually is. Friday, Saturday or Sunday, a great place to watch rugby league. 2 suburban grounds in action on this Saturday night in round number 1. Here's the restart down into the in-goal area, taken by Montoya. And Hayes is going to bring the ball back, runs into Gula, and Couchman over the top to Bellin, the third man in, helps get him to the ground. He'll play it 16 away from his own goal line, left of centre field. Marnie dummy half, sends it away to Montoya. He runs it straight and hard into the tackle. Over the top was Cook. Luciano Leilua in there as well. Ball to be played. Here's the try scorer, of course, Tupanua. He's taken in the tackle by the Dragons, and he'll play it 20 in from touch on the western side of the field and 20 shy of the halfway line. Here's Preston. He's been all right, Preston. He works it up towards halfway. He'll play it 8 short of the halfway line, 8 in from the western touchline. Ball goes to Connor Tracy. Away to now Kurt Mann. He gets it up towards halfway. They lead 22 points to 6. Canterbury have the ball. Tackle 5, says the referee. Burton waiting for it. Drops it onto the left boot. There's a high kick, Darryl. Underneath it is Matt Fine. Fine takes it nicely. You wanted a big bomb, you got one, Big
Yeah,
D.
but I wanted a spiralling one. That's an end over end one. Galt was talking about it before. It didn't hit it all that well, and it didn't go that far. So I don't know if the coach will be all that happy with the execution of that. But they now look like they're too good for them. The Dragons are offering very little here, and they don't look like making a break.
Tui Piloto's going to take the tackle, 12 shy of the halfway line, centre field. The ball goes away on the outside. Here's Faitala Mariner onto the field, the 16 jumper. He works it up towards halfway. He'll play it 3 shy of the halfway line. Cook dummy half, sends it away to DeBellin. DeBellin stops at the hit line, and then he's taken in the tackle by Crichton. Big Luciano Leilua's the man to come off the field. Ball goes to Lachlan Ilias. He puts a kick downfield. Waiting for it is Connor Tracy. Straight down his throat, 8 away from his own goal line. That's an easy take for Connor, yet he runs into Flanagan. Over the top there is Couchman. 22 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. They've got the ball 15 away from their own goal line as Wilson takes this head up 22 away from his own line.
Well, that was a pretty average kick there. As you said, he didn't have to move Connor Tracy. Went straight down his throat. Another end over end. I'm all about entertainment, Levy. I want spirals. Please, someone kick a spiral.
Do you like the spiral pass that you get in the passes? That's nice.
Yes.
I like that stuff.
I like spiral everything. I like spiral other stuff.
He's Tupanua up to halfway. He'll play the ball back.
I really do.
Marnie goes to Burton. Burton onto the left boot, a high kick. Fine, another one. He'll be having nightmares, but he took it nicely. Viliami Kickhouse there to meet him, and he'll play 10 away from his own goal line. Ilias sends it away to Clint Gutherson, and he's taken in the tackle. He'll play 16 away from his own goal line. They're in front, 22-6 Canterbury over St George Illawarra. We've had 10 minutes gone in the second half on the Tui's clock and the BP scoreboard. Here's the ball being played this time. It's by Tui Pilotu. He sends it away on the outside to Val Holmes. He's been quiet, Val, and he's taken in the tackle. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. Tackle complete, says the referee. So he's lost the ball 30 away from his own goal line and just inviting Canterbury to put some more points on the board.
They're not throwing anything at the Bulldogs. They really aren't here. Val on that occasion had the ball. There's 3 or 4 in there. He got tackled. The ball's just popped out as he's hit the ground there. I mean, their completion rate at half-time was 61%. It's probably been a tad better in the second half, but not much better. But they're throwing nothing at the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs have got them covered here. In fact, I'm going to call. I think the Bulldogs will score here.
10 seconds, Toby.
10 seconds, Toby.
10 seconds.
You reckon they'll score?
Yep.
Okay.
I think the Dragons are about to, well, not give it away, but I think they're
capitulate.
Well, they've already capitulated a bit.
Here's Burton, who'll play 23 away from the Dragons line, 15 in from the eastern touch line as Tracy sends it away to Hayes. He runs into Couchman and DeBellin. He'll be made to play it 28 metres away from the Dragons line as Marnie sends it back towards the centre of the park. Kurt Mann's got it now, back over to the eastern side, into the hands of Burton, push past one of the tacklers. Burton still going, hitting and spinning. He beat DeBellin. DeBellin grabbed him around the legs eventually, and helping getting to the ground is Couchman. 8 metres shy from the Dragons line. Here's the ball. Marnie goes to the short side. He throws the pass away to Kickout. Kickout back to Marnie. Marnie spirals the pass to Mann. Mann to Sexton. Sexton throws the cutout pass to Preston. Preston runs into the hit line. Flanagan's there, game number 100. And he brings him to the ground 10 metres away from the goal line. They lead 22-6. Can Darryl get the try here for the Bulldogs? Oh, you betcha, sweet Bippy. And it's that man again, Sitili Tupanua. Darryl looked into his crystal ball. He's a rugby league expert. Great player, great coach, great visionary. And it's 26-6 kick to come.
Yeah, what about me?
You.
Oh, sorry. Tupanua, as I said before, he's a fantastic hole runner. Levy, I can't believe the Roosters let him go. I understand, you know, there's drama with salary cap and everything, but he's a quality player. He's a great buy. That defence is awful there. DeBellin had to come in because the player on the inside just didn't do anything. And DeBellin had to come in. He got a tap to his knee, but that was it. Tupanua with a head of steam up. Great ball from Sexton, but that is just too simple. Really too simple. Tupanua comes in, scores under the sticks. They're going to run right away with this, the Dogs. You can just feel it. The moment the Dragons have just, I hate to say given up, but the effort's poor from them.
And the concerning thing for the Dragons is there's still 27 minutes to go, Darryl. So the Canterbury Bulldogs, if they keep playing the way they're doing and the Dragons don't offer up much in defence, they're going to be scoring plenty more points. So 26 points to 6, Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. Let's get a comment. Paul Gallen's down on the touchline.
Yeah, guys, I mentioned it earlier. We spoke to Dean Young, and he said they want to try and stop the blowout scorelines. Well, here's a big opportunity for them because the Dogs are all over them at the moment. They need to find some resilience, this Dragons side, and really fight for the last 27 minutes of this match. Look, I don't think they can even score a try. I think the Dogs' defence is too good, but I'm with the big man. That defence is absolutely ordinary from the St George side. One thing Shane Flanagan wants to protect, first of all, is your middle. You never let people run through the middle of your team. Well, they've done it on a couple of occasions now, big Tupanua.
Here's Burton with the conversion attempt straight over the black dot. So it's 28 points to 6. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra after 13 minutes of play in the second half, and it was just too easy, as the boys have touched on. Sexton put Tupanua into a hole, and he just strolled over to score the points.
He just ran into space. You know, I mean, the simple thing in rugby league, one of the first things you should learn, besides catching and all that sort of stuff, is when you do run the ball, run at some space. Don't run at players. I mean, a lot of first-grade players just run at players and don't even consider running at gaps. I mean, you look at the stats here. Connor Tracy is clearly their best player, and Tupanua was right up there when it comes to the stats. I think he's actually, well, if you take the stats into account, he's probably the second best player on the field at the moment.
118 run meters just popped up on the screen as Hayes brings the ball back from the restart. They lead 28 points to 6, Canterbury, and they've got the ball 8 away from their own goal line. He'll get to his feet and play it in the centre of the park. Marnie dummy half, sends it away to Montoya. He's been all right, Montoya. Scored a try in the first half, and he's taken in the tackle. 15 away from his own goal line. Sends it away to the try scorer. Another one in Tupanua, and he's hit by Damien Cook, and over the top find Talon Mariner. Ball is played. Now it's with Preston. He goes for a run up this western corridor of the field. Runs into the tackle of Flanagan. And Jack DeBellin's in there as well. He'll play at 15 shy of the halfway line. Dummy half Marnie sends it away to Connor Tracy. Tracy runs it up towards the centre of the park. And he's put down 9 shy of the halfway line. Tackle 5, says the referee. It goes away to Burton. Stand by Matt Feeney. Here it comes. Up underneath it. He's got a retreat. He takes it 8 away from his own goal line. He skips. Tries to get through the defensive line. Nearly does. But he grabbed him round the waist there. Does Viliami Kickout. Hayes was in there as well. He'll play it 13 away from his own goal line. Here he is now. Tui Pilotu beat 2 of the defenders. And before he's taken over the top by Marnie. Damien Cook having a breather down on the touchline. So Little will go onto the field and he goes into acting half. He sends the pass away to Val Holmes and he's taken in the tackle 25 metres away from his own goal line. Penalty given to the Dragons.
Yeah, and Val Holmes, well, he won that penalty for them because he fought. He was on the front foot. Stephen Crichton down at the moment with some cramps. But Val Holmes on that occasion was probably the best run we've seen from a Dragons player this half. And got up and he fought and got the penalty. So well done, Val Holmes. Crichton's in a bit of trouble here in the background. It's not only one leg, I think it's both legs he's got cramp.
Keep an eye on the play for me for a sec, Darryl. I've got some breaking news coming through. A major operation underway in northern New South Wales after 2 army trucks involved in ex-Cyclone Alfred recovery efforts collided near Lismore, leaving multiple people injured and 2 people trapped. It's understood 7 people are seriously injured. Ambulance New South Wales confirming there are 22 patients in total. We'll have some more on that at full time. Let's hope everyone's okay. Val Holmes sends it away on the outside. Tui Pilotu for the line. He scores. He scores in the corner. There might be a puff of smoke in these Dragons. It's 28 points to 10. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. That's with a kick to come.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay shows that was just a beautiful backline movement. Now, he got the ball to Pilotu. I've been critical of the defence of Pete Gutherson. Now, Connor Tracy had a crack at him, but he's only about half his size. Tui Pilotu had a head of steam up when he got it. It was a beautiful backline movement. Val Holmes delivered a great pass to him. He was never going to stop him then, Connor Tracy, because Tui Pilotu is just a big unit. He had a head of steam up. He got it into space. He steamed onto it. I'll tell you what, he enjoyed the try because he played up to the crowd after it. For a side that's down 28 points to 10 at the moment, he found a lot of joy in that as he got there and scores. Nice try to him. Connor Tracy did everything possible to try and stop him, but the big fella's just too strong for him. Look at him. He's must have backed himself to score 2 tries. He's doing the money side. He's tipping money out, flipping it everywhere.
How have you been punting lately?
No, not so squeezy.
Not so squeezy. Sounds like Yell had a bad trot over in Vegas.
Lost 20,000, he told me. You listening, Annie?
20, I thought it was 50.
Yeah. 20,000, it's nothing for him.
Not if he fights Sonny Bill, as it's being reported. Is that happening?
I don't know, I didn't read that. Is that going to happen? Well, mate, at the end of the day, show me the money.
Been reading about it for 15 years.
Yeah, but they dropped off for a while, didn't they?
They've waited for Gal to get old. 28-10, here's Val Holmes from out wide. He moves in, strikes it, coming back towards the uprights. No, it's waved away. It was starting off to the left, then it went away to the right. No goal, says the touch judges. 28-10, Canterbury leading St George Illawarra to the touchline. Let's get ready to rumble. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, Tui Pilotu, I'm with you guys. He's lowering up a little bit for a team that's well and truly behind. So just keep your cool, young man. But it's very, very smart play there from the Dragons. They come to the left-hand side of the field. That's exactly where Stephen Crichton should have been. But unfortunately, it was down in back play with the trainer. He's cramping in the calves, and he has been for most of his halves. He is struggling with it, so I'm not sure if he'll finish the game. He's looking okay at the moment, though.
Should we ask him?
What? Sonny Bill. What about Sonny Bill?
Well, you know what? I'm almost 45. That's about the age of blokes you normally fight, so won't be far off, probably.
So is that a yes?
That's a wait and see.
Do you get in cash?
Ooh. It's not a no, Darryl. Breaking news. Saturday Night Rugby League. It might be on.
It's on.
Gal and Sonny Bill Williams.
It's on.
Who are you tipping?
I'll tip Gal.
I'll tip Gal. Here's Couchman. He stands in the tackle with Mann and Hayes and Satili Tupanua, 15 away from their own line. The Dragons have it through DeBellin. It's 28 points to 10. Canterbury leading the Dragons. 18 minutes gone in the second half. We do that for BP and Tui's as Little goes for a run. He'll play it 8 shy of the halfway line. Gutherson acting half, gets it away to Lachlan Ilias. He puts a kick over the top down the throat of Connor Tracy. Geez, their fifth tackle kicks have been pretty ordinary. Straight down the throat of the fullback down.
Well, Lockie, with all due respect to Lockie Ilias, he hasn't got that much to do out there. Well, he's not doing that much, but surely you've got to get your kicking game a bit better than that. The last 2 or 3 kicks he's kicked has gone straight down the throat of Connor Tracy.
The Bulldogs now through Cherry, up towards halfway, runs into Ilias, beat Ilias, and then taking him in the tackle is Sewer and DeBellin. So he's 20 in from the eastern touchline, 5 shy of the halfway line as Hayes works it up over halfway into Couchman Gula. Down low is Faitala Mariner. He'll get up to his feet and play the ball right in centre field. 42 away from the Dragons line. And here's your man Max King with the bowl cut. Straight and hard up towards the 30. Right of centre field. He'll stand and play the ball back. Tackle number 5, a 50-metre gain. It goes away to Burton. Here it comes, Matty Boy. Matt Feeney underneath it, metre away from his own goal line. He's been up to the task in the second half and bang, he got hit by man. Sexton was the one to complete the tackle. 15 away from the own line. Here's Val Holmes working into it. He runs into Matt Burton and Viliami kick out and he'll play the ball back 28 metres away from his own goal line. 28 points to 10. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra as Sully. He gets to within 10 of halfway. Grabbed him round the waist is Viliami kick out. Man's in there. Max King came in to help him as well. Little dummy half sends it back towards the centre of the park as Gutherson works it up over halfway. He'll play the ball back on tackle 4. Little waiting there. He sends it away to the right. Here's a run from Sewer. Sewer launches himself at the Bulldogs defenders. Harry Hayes came off second best. Goes away on the outside to Lachlan Ilias. Straight up into the air. Underneath it this time, Marcelo Montoya. I think the Dragons player got a hand to it. It ends in the hands of Clint Gutherson. Yep, I was right. The referee's ruled a knock-on from the Dragons. Fifth tackle changeover. It'll be a play the ball to the Bulldogs, 10 away from their own line.
Well, Leavy, that was a better set from them, the Dragons. They haven't produced much in the second half, but that's without doubt their best set in the second half. They ran with some purpose, and it's probably on the back of Val Holmes getting in there and doing it. Now they're defending with a little bit of grunt in them here, the Dragons. So let's see what's going on here, because I think they can get back into this game. There's definitely better energy from them in the last 5 minutes.
BP scoreboard reached 28 to 10. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra, and we've still got 19 minutes of play on the Tui's clock. Onto the field here is Bailey Hayward, and he'll play the ball back 23 metres away from his own goal line as King goes for a run. He runs into Faitala Mariner, Little and Couchman. He'll play the ball back 15 shy of the halfway line, right of centre field. Goes away to Tracy. He's been good tonight. He runs into 3 Dragons defenders. He'll play it 5 shy of the halfway line. Tackle 5, says the referee. It goes to Burton. Burton, as expected, he's been doing it all day. High kick underneath at Feeney. Takes it 18 away from his own goal line, and Viliami kick out. Raced up and got him. I thought it may have been a hint high, but it was okay, says the referee, as Gutherson works it up towards the 30, and he'll play it right of centre field. 28-10 the score. Bulldogs leading Dragons.
It couldn't have been high, Levy, because they get him, penalise him now if they hit him around the chest. He sort of hit him in the back, the shoulder area. There's nothing wrong with that. Got a crowd figure here, 16,211, which I think is probably a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what it is.
There's a few empty seats at the northern end, but I don't think you can fit too many more on the famous hill on the eastern side as Couchman goes up towards halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline. They're trailing here, the Dragons, 28 points to 10. Canterbury in front as Ilias sends the ball downfield. Yet again underneath it is Tracy. 10 away from his own goal line. He sends the pass away to Wilson. Wilson runs into the tackle of Val Holmes. Faitala Mariner's got him as well. 15 in from the western touchline. 30 away from their own goal line. Here's a run from Tracy. Push past Stewart. He sent the pass away to Burton. Burton straight up the middle of the ruck. And he's taken in the tackle 8 shy of the halfway line by Little. Ball has played Marnie. Sends it away to Jamin Salmon. Salmon pushing past Flanagan. He eventually got him, brought him to the ground. 20 in from the western touchline. 5 into opposition territory as Preston goes for a run. Runs into 3 Dragons defenders. He'll play it 10 in from touch and 30 away from the Dragons line. Tackle 4, says the referee. He's going to get slow to his feet here, Preston. Can he get up? He's got some cramp by the looks of things. Yeah. His left leg's all cramped up. Maybe a right ankle as well.
It's cramp, mate. Move in here.
Yeah, saying it's a cramp. The referee's saying it's a cramp. Funny place to have a cramp, though. It looks like it's in his ankle, high straight of an ankle here, but I'm not sure if that's a cramp or not. Anyway, I'll tell you what, he's been a great player for them today, Preston. He's done a lot of the dirty work. This goes forward. They're booing here. I don't know if there was a high shot there. I must admit I didn't see it. Someone's on report. I don't really know what that means in this day and age. It's Emre Gula, looks like he's on report here. Must have been the shot on there on Jacob Preston. There it is. It's a good name, Emre Gula. What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know many Emres. You know, if you spell Emre backwards, what do you get? Ermi.
It's your penalty, mate.
Good, Ermi.
Geez, I'm glad you re-signed that contract.
Thanks, Ermi. Ermi Gula. It's his brother. Emre and Ermi Gula.
Here's Crichton taking the tack from the kick for touch. Geez, I can't wait for... Oh, and he's in there. He's put the tackle on.
Go, Ermi.
Go, Ermi. 10 away from the goal line, 15 in from touch. Marnie sends it away to Hayward on the inside to King. King gets to within 5 metres of the goal line. He'll get to his feet and play it. They lead 28-10. Bulldogs have the ball. It goes away to Hayward. Now on the outside to Sexton. Back on the inside to Kickow. And Kickow's taken in the tackle by 3 defenders. 5 out from the goal line. To his feet, Kickow plays it. Marnie waiting. Sends it away to Hayward. Hayward out the back to Sexton. Sexton onto Tracy. Tapped onto Wilson. Wilson trying to get his way through. He's wrapped up there by 3 Dragons defenders and put to the ground. 3 metres away from the goal line on tackle 3. He's to his feet and playing it. Crichton, a long pass away to Sexton. Sexton goes to Hayward. Hayward on the inside to Salmon. And Salmon's taken 4 metres out from the goal line. He's slow to his feet. He gets the ball away now. Marnie onto Sexton. Sexton through the dummy. They nearly fell for it, but he's lost the ball in a heavy tackle.
Yeah, he knocked the ball on, and then as he tried to pick it up, the other halfback, he knocked it on as well. Now, here's Gutherson trying to inspire his team. There's still 16 and a half minutes to go. It's not unheard of that they could get back in it, but you'd think they'd need to score a try, well, probably the next 5 minutes here. Otherwise, I think it's game over.
Gal, you're telling me that that player put on report was a hip drop, was it?
Yeah, Emre Gula, when he was putting a report there on Jacob Preston, was a hip drop tackle. So his right ankle definitely got twisted up underneath. These days, you don't know whether you get suspended or not for those hip drop tackles. I think a lot of them are accidents, but they are pretty harsh on them these days.
All right, 15 minutes to go here on the Tui's clock. The BP scoreboard reading 28 points to 10. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 15 minutes left in the second half. Here they are. Fine playing it. The ball goes away to Couchman this time. He stands in the tackle. Stewart's in there with Little as well to try and stop him from going any further. Back, Stewart sends it away to Flanagan. Now on to Luciano Leilua. Away on the outside to Tui Pilotu. A nearly one-on-one strip from Wilson. He held on to it. Tui Pilotu throws the ball out the back, goes to ground. Now it's been knocked on by Stewart. Oh, this is a dog's breakfast.
Yeah, poor old Stewie. Hamish Stewart. He had a little look before the ball was bobbling in front of him. He just had a little look up to see if the cavalry was coming at him, and that's the reason he dropped it. He's entitled to probably pick it up, but he's only a young man. Had a little look. It was the 14 who was coming at him. Bailey Hayward is a good... Well, I hate saying it's all the Bulldogs. I like Bailey Hayward. I thought he had a good season last year. And I remember talking to the coach about him. He's got a big rap on him as well.
We are in the middle. Get your head in.
Time's running out here for the Dragons, and I've got to say that was a pretty average set from them. They had a spell of about 10 minutes where they looked like they were up and on the march, but I think that's gone there.
You reckon they'll score here, Darryl?
I don't know. I think they're willing just to go through the motion here as well. The Bulldogs. I don't know if we'll get many more points scored in this game.
Here's Salmon, take it in the tackle. 21 metres away from the Dragons line, just left of centre field. Marnie sends it away to Hayward. Short ball away to King. 6 more tackles, says the referee. They're inside the 10. He popped the pass away to Marnie. Now to Hayward. Back on the inside to Sexton. He's taken in the tackle by Little. And they're 11 metres away from the Dragons line. He's to his feet. He plays the ball back. Marnie sends it away to the left this time. Hayward onto Salmon. Salmon runs into the hit line. Taken there over the top by Stewart. In there was Faitala Mariner. 5 far away from the goal line. Marnie now to the open side. Marnie's going to try and do it all himself. He gets to within 2 metres of the goal line, right next to the left bumper bar. To his feet, Hayward sends the pass away to Burton on the left. Now it goes away to Kickow. Kickow using some fancy footwork. Can he get it down? No, he's short. He's short of the goal line. Referee saying stand up and play the ball. He'll do that now on tackle 4. Viliami Kickow acting half Burton. He's lost the ball as he got up to play it.
He's been a bit of an unhappy game here for Viliami Kickow. You got to put the yellow or the blonde stuff back on the top of his head.
It needs the barrister's
I don't know where
wig
it's
again.
gone.
The barrister's wig he had.
Yeah,
Remember that?
It's like it was a rat's tail on his head, wasn't it, that yellow thing? But he's got rid of it. I think he's just been a little bit off today. I noticed he's got some strapping around. Good times never seem so good.
So good. So Dragons defeat the Scrum. 13 minutes to play. It's 28-10. Dragons, Canterbury leading the Dragons here at Cogra. We go down to the touchline. Paul Gallen.
Yeah, guys, he's been a little bit hot and cold, hasn't he, Kiko? He set up a good try, done some good things in the first half, but he made a couple of errors too. So I'm with the big man. He hasn't been 100% himself today. I think the Dragons have gone in this one, boys. When you think about their 2 tries, the first one, in my opinion, he dropped the ball. And obviously the second one, Stephen Crichton was out of play. Stephen Crichton is still limping around with those calves. He's struggling with cramp a little bit. But I think being a captain, he'll stay out there.
All right. I'm just thinking, Gal, if you do fight Sonny Bill, maybe you should get the big man into your corner.
What's a big man going to do?
Oh, Little's gone straight through. He's over the 40, the 30. Little still going. Over the 10. Oh, Little. Pin the ears back. Scores the try. 28-14. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. We've got 12 minutes to play to make things interesting.
Well, Levy, let's call a spade here. The Harvey Norman replay, that was all Jacob Little. He showed footwork, he showed speed, he showed football nous to run in some gaps. Now, there's nothing doing here. He was dummy half here. They had it for all intents and purposes. He'd taken the tap. There's a couple of them a bit lazy there. He beat 2 of them. Sexton was a pretty poor attempt. Then he's done the big right foot step just at the right time as the fullback, Connor Tracy, was just about to go to his left. He stepped off the right foot, beat Tracy pointlessly, and in the end he sprinted away. None of them made any ground on him at all. That's a great individual try. Don't touch those sets.
He went 60 metres.
Anything could happen here. Gal, are you still prepared to say they can't get back into this?
You know what? I just said it a moment ago. They can't get back into it. He goes and pulls my pants down and scores. What a try. What a great individual try from Little. That was what he went 50, 60 metres. That's a beautiful try. Look, next try wins. There you go. The Dragons score next, they can come home.
Here's Finet. He pilots the ball in between the uprights. 28-16. Well, 10 minutes left on the BP scoreboard and the Tooheys clock.
So Gallen's saying if the Dragons score the next try, they win.
Pull your pants back up, Gal.
Yeah, you're an idiot. Put your dummy back in.
That's my big, bold prediction. If the Dragons score next, they'll come home with a wet sail and get the win. 32 points to 28.
This bloke's supposed to be an expert. You're a premiership-winning captain, G-Tron.
You said the Dragons' jersey's crap.
Yes, you did, Levy.
I've retracted that.
You can't retract it.
Oh, shut up. 28-16, Canterbury leading St George
He's a
Illawarra.
shock jock.
10 minutes remaining in the second half. Here's the restart. It's a deep one. Down the throat of the Dragons, and bringing the ball back this time is big Raymond Fight-Talamariner runs into Preston. Crichton's there and Salmon, and they bring him to the ground.
Let's not forget he was a Bulldog captain about 3 years ago.
Yeah, good point.
Mariner.
Good point, Darryl. Here's the ball going away this time. Into the hands of Tui Poladu, and he's taken to the tackle by Hayward and Marnie, who'll play it 15 away from his own goal line, just left of centre field as Couchman goes for a run this time. Runs into Salmon and Viliami Kickow, and they get him to the ground. Tackle 3, 10 minutes remaining, 28 points to 16. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. Dragons have it 30 away from their own goal line. Here's Sewer. He lost the ball behind him, picked up by Gutherson. Gutherson looking for support. Flanagan was standing with him. He was hit in the tackle by Hayward. He'll play it 20 metres in from the western touchline. 12 shy of the halfway line. Luciano Lelewa's short ball away to Val Holmes. Was it Ford? Referee said it was okay. He's taken in the tackle now. 5 metres into opposition territory. It's fifth tackle. It goes away to Flanagan. Flanagan puts the kick downfield. Underneath it is Connor Tracy. 11 away from his own goal line. 5 in from the western touchline. He runs into the Dragons defenders. 10 minutes to go, Darryl. 28-16. Canterbury leading the Dragons.
Yeah, Stephen Crichton cramping up again here. I think they're going to get Crichton off here. They are. Tupanua's going to go back out there. I think it's a good move.
Where's the pickle juice when you need it? Ball goes away on the outside. Now it's with Marcelo Montoya. He's enveloped there by 2 defenders. Over the top is Stewart and Sewer. Ball is played. Now it's with King. King works it up towards halfway. He'll get to within 8 metres of the halfway line before he's put to the ground. Tackle 4, says the referee. Marnie dummy half. They go away. He runs out of dummy half himself. He goes for a little scoot. Gets into opposition territory. The Bulldogs on fire here. Hayward goes away to Burton. Burton puts it onto the left boot up high. try. Finay's got to get on his bike. Oh, he got hammered. He got hammered by Montoya. Oh, bang. He felt it. He lost it. That's a big cover, big moment, big day.
Oh, isn't what? That's a cracking tackle. It was a great kick. Two of them come flying through. One was Cherry and the other one was the Montoya, whose defence has been outstanding today, and he just absolutely nails Finay. I don't see him drop the ball here. He must have, but
yeah, a little bobble.
Okay. I don't know if it went into the defender. The referee saying yes, it did bounce into the defender, but must admit I didn't notice it, but geez, they've got the reward there for a good kick, but the chase was phenomenal.
It's winded in. Paul Gallen, Stephen Crichton's off the field just in front of you.
And he's really struggling, boys. He can't walk. He's getting help to walk. Both calves are cramping. His left one seems to be cramping at the moment. He's in all sorts of drama at the moment, but what a shot from Montoya. Wingers aren't supposed to tackle like that. That's a great shot.
Gal, I've actually had cramping in both my calves when I've been in bed recently.
Get some pickle juice for the bed.
Well, I don't know.
But he can't walk. Have a go in the poor fella. He's come from the field. He's flat out walking.
Mate, there's nothing doing in bed, so how can you cramp up?
Even my toes are cramping.
It's the ball being played. 10 away from the Dragons line. Bulldogs have it. Marnie's lost the ball this time. Picked up by Faitala Mariner. He threw the pass away to Luciano Leilua. So with 8 minutes to play, a double knock-on, says the referee, first by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no advantage there, so they'll get a scrum. They need to rush in here, the Dragons, to get it, but they're not rushing. You know, I mean, I think they've conceded the game, to be really honest with you. Is there a captain's challenge here?
Brett. Captain's challenge from the Bulldogs, mate. On-field ruling is a knock-on. Bulldogs challenging.
All right. We'll have a look at the replay.
Actually, I think from memory, I think I said I didn't think it was a knock-on either.
Jacob Little is playing at the arm and inadvertently strikes the ball. This is a knock-on from Canterbury.
All right.
The challenge from the Bulldogs is unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful.
Well, you might as well have a go. I don't know how the video referee thinks or knows that he's playing at the arm, because I thought he actually hit the ball out then. But HIA, who we got a HIA for now?
So they've lost their challenge
here. Is
here.
it Faitala Mariner coming off? Is that, or is it... Who is that?
Yeah, the binoculars here. Yep, Faitala Mariner's coming off the field.
HIA. So he won't be back. How much time we got left? 8 minutes to go. And is that... What's the time for? Do we have a sponsor for our clock?
Tuies, bro.
Oh, go Tuies. Feel like
a Tuies or two. You know what? I'm loving having Biz Cover on the show.
Yeah, Biz Cover. You know what Biz Cover's good for? Covering stuff.
Insurance.
Yeah. Covering business.
Exactly.
That's what I use it for. Cover my business.
I'm thinking if you're going to sponsor anything on this show, you want big moments.
Yeah.
And Biz Cover's all over it.
They are.
You know why? Because they do all the big stuff when it comes to insurance for small businesses.
You feel confident as long as you're covered by Biz Cover. You
Biz Cover, we salute you. 28 points to 16. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra as Flanagan nearly got away from Salmon. He'll play it 20 away from his own goal line as Gutherson sends it away to Couchman. Couchman ran into Max King. Hayward put him to the ground. He plays it now 12 shy of the halfway line to Bellin. Got it out the back to Flanagan. Now to Luciano Leilua. Popped the pass away to Val Holmes. Val Holmes threw it out the back, went to ground, picked up by Gutherson. He threw it back to Little. Little goes away to Lachlan Ilias. Lachlan Ilias trying to find an opening. He's still going. Little Lockie. Lockie's away. He nearly got away from another one, but Connor Tracy grabbed him around the bootlaces. Little picked it up from dummy half. He throws a long pass, batted on by Gutherson. Val Holmes got it away. Val Holmes gets it away to Tui Pilatu, and Tui Pilatu rolls over. He scores. It's 28-20. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. 7 minutes to play on the BP scoreboard. On Darryl, buckle up.
Oh, Tui Pilatu, is that his third try? I think it is. He scored a hat-trick. And he's throwing money to the fans. He's doing everything. Harvey Norman replay says this is a pretty good try. There was probably a couple of passes that looked a bit suspect. I thought Val Holmes did well to pick it up. Then it was flicked back on the inside. Went to Ilias. He made a break up the middle. What a great tackle there from the fullback there, Connor Tracy. But he gets up, goes to the 14. He's been involved, throws the long ball over the top, tapped on, goes to Val Holmes, who's probably been close to their best. Gives it to Tui Pilatu, and he scores. If he can kick this, Val Holmes, and I want to be on him to kick it, who knows what's going to happen? As Gal said, they'll win now, the Dragons.
Here's Val Holmes. An important kick. He's about 8 metres in from the western touchline, 25 away from the goal line. He's lining it up. The arms are swinging. He takes a couple of steps back. He moves in. Right boot strikes it towards the upright. No, it's away to the left. No goal. 28-20. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra for BP. And the Tui's clock says 6 to play. Paul Gallen, he's down on the touchline.
Oh, what a try, boys. That was an awesome try, but that was a big miss from Valentine Holmes. Now they have to score twice to get the win. He got that one, and they score again. They could level it up. That's a big miss, but this is the edge you've got to come to. They've got to come to the left-hand edge. You've got Jacob Preston out in the centres, Tupanua.
Hayward and King, and over the top there is Tupanua. He'll play the ball back. 18 away from his own goal line. Sends it away now. Running the ball is Couchman. He's put down centre field, 20 away from his own goal line. 28-20, Bulldogs leading Dragons. 5.5 to play. Now Couchman's got some cramps. It goes away to Stewart this time. Stewart runs into the tackle of Kickow. He'll play the ball 30 away from his own goal line. Into dummy half, Little gets it away to Gutherson. Gutherson, he's been everywhere trying to spark something out of the Dragons, his new club. The ball is played on tackle 5. Ilias has made an absolute dog's breakfast of this one. He was looking at where it kicking it, but he forgot to catch the ball, Darryl.
Yeah, that's well, fatal, isn't it, for the Dragons? I mean, they needed a miracle anyway, but he just took his eyes off the ball. It wasn't a great pass, but he's entitled to catch that. Took his eyes off the ball. He's thinking about where he was going to kick it, and in the end, he's knocked it on. So that, to me, after the missed goal from Val Holmes, and you know what, I love Val Holmes, and he kicks those goals under pressure normally, but that's a bad miss for him, and there's another bad miss from Ilias. So the Bulldogs will be too good here.
Here's Max King now. Bulldogs have the ball. They have the lead, 28-20. 4.5 minutes remaining in the second half. Still to come, Manly, North Queensland with the boys. 4 Pines Park, Brookvale's the venue. Marnie sends it away to Hayward. He goes on now to Sexton. Sexton back on the inside to Kickow. Kickow through the pass on to Marnie. Marnie goes to Burton. Burton for the line, just short. 2 metres short. Good tackle. Shuley over the top. He'll get to his feet and play the ball back on tackle 3. They lead 28-20. The Bulldogs in front. Little bobble from Marnie onto Sexton. Now it comes away on the outside to Tupanua, and he's crashed to the ground. 8 shy of the goal line. He's to his feet and playing the ball back now. Marnie goes away to Hayward. Back on the inside to King. King hitting and spinning. He gets to within a metre of the goal line. It's 5th tackle. The Bulldogs can put it to bed here. Marnie sends it away to Sexton. Sexton throws the pass to Burton. Burton away on the outside. Now Kickow's dropped the ball. Kickow's dropped the ball with 3 minutes 30 to play. It'll be a changeover. Canterbury leading 28 points to 20 over St George Illawarra. The Dragons will play it 10 away from their own line.
I think his eyes lit up there, Kickow, and he just took his eyes off the ball. I think he thought he was try-bound there, Kickow. He's only about 10 metres out, but he just dropped it. Here come the Dragons now. They might even score again here. And at the end of the day, it probably hasn't helped that he's only kicked 2 from 4, Val Holmes. Here they go again, Tui Pilotu's way. Val Holmes, I think he's been great in general play, but he's missed the goals he needed to kick.
Yeah, they shift the ball out to the left. Damien Cook back onto the field, the number 9 for the Dragons. He's Cook with the ball in his hands now. He'll take the tackle. He'll be taken in the tackle, 8 shy of the halfway line. What can they do with it here? 3 minutes to play. The Dragons trailing by 8. It's with DeBell, and it goes on to Ilias, now to Gutherson. He goes on to Suley, over on that far side, trying to get away from Montoya. He popped the pass away and taken in the tackle over on the far side. Fine will play the ball back 32 metres away from the Canterbury line. It's with Ilias standing there. He gives the pass away to Sewer. He goes away to Gutherson. Gutherson back to Suley. Suley's taken in the tackle. No, he's not. He gives it back to Gutherson. Gutherson, no, he's thrown it to Sewer, and Sewer's coughed up the ball, and you'd think that'll be it. With 2.5 minutes to play in the second half, it's Canterbury leading 28 points to 20 over St George Illawarra. That's for BP and Tui's as the Dragons fans start making their way to the car park.
Yeah, and there's a few going down with cramp here. In fact, there's quite a lot of them. There's another Bulldogs player down with cramp at the moment. That was just stacks on the mill. They were going everywhere. He didn't expect the pass there, Jaden Sewer, and it was a ball from Gutherson not happy with Surrey. I think he thought he could catch. Gutherson's now got cramp. If he gets cramp, everyone gets it.
He's allowed to. He's allowed to, Clint Gutherson. So the Bulldogs will feed the scrum, 30 away from their own line. Couchman's having a breather. 2.5 to play, 28-20. Bulldogs leading St George Illawarra. And once we wrap up here, we'll throw it, hand it over to Matt Thompson and Josh Morris to bring you Manly and North Queensland. Let's hope it's another good game on this Saturday night. Bit scrappy, this one. But it's developed into a bit of an exciting finish, but the Bulldogs, by the looks of things here, are going to claim the competition points as Wilson. He's enveloped by two defenders. DeBellin was in there and Flanagan as well in game number 100 as Tupanua goes for a run this time. He's put down 5 shy of the halfway line, right in centre field. 2 minutes left on the Tui's clock. The BP scoreboard reached 28-20. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. Running the ball up now this time is Jamin Salmon. He's 5 into Dragons territory. He'll play it. Marnie sends it away on the outside to King. King straight and hard. He runs into the tackle of Sewer. In there is Little. Cook as well. He'll play the ball back. Marnie sends it away to Connor Tracy, who's been fantastic. Probably one of the Bulldogs' best, not wanting to preempt Darryl's player of the match.
Don't dare try and influence me.
Competition 20 away from the Dragons line. They work the short side. This time it goes away to Tupanua. He stands in the tackle on tackle 5, and it'll be a changeover. Probably not a bad idea because he's 10 metres away from the Dragons line.
Yeah, and they've got to work it out. I mean, I think everyone, there's, a minute and a half to go in the game. They'll get one more set here, the Dragons. Whether they can run 90 metres and score, I doubt it. But we'll wait and see.
Minute 19 seconds left. Minute 19 left. 28-20. Canterbury leading St George Illawarra. One-handed pick up from dummy half Little. Sends it away to Cook now to Flanagan. On to Gutherson. Gutherson cut out pull away on the outside to Tui Pilotu. Tui Pilotu met in the tackle by Preston. He's put to the ground 31 away from his own goal line. 5 in from the western touchline. Gutherson dummy half sends it away to Flanagan. Now away to Cook. Cook running across field to Ilias. Ilias links up with Sully. Sully gives it on to Fine. Oh, Fine! He slapped at it like a seal, Darryl. He's knocked it on and it's gone into touch.
Well, he hasn't had a great game, has he, tonight? He's a good player, Fine, but I think just to look, and you can see the fans now making their way out of the stadium. They've seen enough. There's only 37 seconds to go in the game. It's a pass he should have taken. Whether they could have, done anything with it or not, I don't know. But he hasn't had a happy game, Fine. But to be brutally honest, he's got a few mates out there who haven't been great tonight either. But they're still only going to get beaten by 8 points here.
Time for the man of the match competition for Harvey Norman. 3 players, when you hear them, be one of the first 3 callers through on the prize line. 1300 722 873. In the running for the player of the match.
All Bulldogs: Connor Tracy, Jacob Preston and Satili Tupanua.
All right, there are your 3 players. 1300 722 873. Jacob Preston, Connor Tracy, Satili Tupanua. 1300 722 873. And we'll hear from 1 or 2 of the players with Paul Gallen before we hand things over to Matty and Josh for all of the action between Manly and North Queensland. Darryl, the Bulldogs 28 have beaten St George Illawarra 20.
Yeah, I don't think the scoreline does them justice because I think they were more dominant than that, but it probably shows a bit of the resilience of the Dragons to drag themselves back into it. And had the kick from Val Holmes been successful, we might have, who knows what would have happened. I mean, it just deflates, takes all the oxygen out of the balloon when he missed that kick. If he kicked that, well, maybe we might have had a really exciting finish to this game, but too good, the Bulldogs. They deserve the victory.
All right, we'll get downstairs when we can to Paul Gallen. He's just rounding up a couple of the Bulldogs players off the back of their win tonight. In the end, by 28 points to 20. Let's go downstairs. Paul Gallen, it's all yours.
Down here with Toby Sexton. You got off to the start you wanted to.
Yeah, I thought it was a really dominant game. 60 minutes in, we were up big and we kind of fell away with it at the end. Got a bit complacent at the end, but scrappy round 1, and it's just good to get a win, I think.
I agree. They didn't really look like scoring. Then they score a couple late to make it pretty interesting at the back end of the game.
Yeah, just complacent from us. I thought defensively we just missed a couple of reads at the end there and a few too many errors this end of the field. We're just going to get better at, but round 1, and it's just important to get the win.
And what about your combination with Burton? How was that in the off-season?
Yeah, it's good. We got a full pre-season together and worked pretty hard on our combination, and we knew it was going to be pretty scrappy tonight. Not just it's going to be perfect round one, but it's just a combo we've got to keep building on, and yeah, it's exciting.
Good luck first year, mate. Have a good one.
Toby Sexton with Paul Gallen. Grab one more if you can, G-Train, before we hand things over to the boys. Full time here, 28 points to 20, Canterbury over St George Illawarra, 28 points to 20, and we'll get to the player of the match before we can get back to the boys in the studio as well. Paul Gallen's got another one of the Bulldogs with him right now.
Hey, good win for the start of the year, that one.
Yeah, mate, it was really good. It was pretty gutsy. We had a game plan there and we stuck to it, and it ended up turning out good for us.
What about yourself, mate? Had to get moved from the back row into the centres of the back end of the game. Critter, you don't often see centres going down with cramp.
Yeah, I think just round one, the intensity of the game, cramp started to get to all the boys. But, yeah, look, I just do whatever the team needs me to do, and I'm happy to play a role wherever.
I know Cameron Serrato is a very defensively minded coach. Now, for the majority of that game, they didn't really look like scoring, but the back end, they got a couple of tries late to make it interesting. Will you be a little bit upset with that, you think?
Yeah, definitely. We'll be upset. The boys ourselves will be upset, and we'll address it. We'll look over it in video, and we'll get better.
Good luck for the rest of you. Have a good one.
Jacob Preston with Paul Gallen. Well done, G-Train. We'll catch you during the week on Nine's Wide World of Sports, 100% footy, and what you'll be back with us next Saturday, mate, so well done.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Well done. There he is, Paul Gallen. And well done to you too, Daryl. 28 points to 20. We've got our callers back in the studio. Who is your player of the match?
Connor Tracy. I thought he was simply outstanding today. His enthusiasm, energy, the whole lot. He was great. Scored a try, involved in others. I thought he was an outstanding player today. I thought he was the best by far.
All right, well, the caller who has Connor Tracy, you've won the $200 Harvey Norman gift card, and the boys will give you another chance to win shortly in the game between Manly and North Queensland. Canterbury 28 has beaten St George Illawarra 20. I'll be back with you tomorrow from the interactive studio with Mark Piggy Riddell, Mark Geyer and the big man Daryl Broman. But don't go anywhere. Coming up next, Matt Thompson and Josh Morris to bring you Manly and North Queensland from Four Pines Park at Brookvale.